to India's total tax collection is about 4.4%, and it gets about 7.5% in return. And this is not all. The entire schemes run by the state governments are ridden with endemic corruption, and most of them have been challenged in the court, from Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana to the MNREGA. There is corruption all through in West Bengal.
Okay, so you're saying that there is corruption all through in West Bengal, and Mamata Banerjee is misleading the state. She, of course, time and again, Mr. Malviya, not the first time, she's of course resorted to a dharna this time round, but time and again when she's in fact come to Delhi and met with the Prime Minister, this is the one issue that she keeps raising, that the centre is not providing the state of West Bengal and is depriving it of its rightful share of the central fund pie.
Well, Mamata Banerjee is not the only one who's held a dharna. The BJP also held a dharna yesterday. And we've highlighted the corruption in West Bengal in all central government schemes. That too must find its way to the media. As far as the central government and its contribution is concerned, we put out complete data year on year, and each year you will see that the central government's contribution is significantly higher than what West Bengal generates on itself. The extent of money that the central government contributes is over about 126% more than what the state government collects. So Mamata Banerjee cannot mislead the people of Bengal, and Ram Navami is not an occasion when Mamata Banerjee should have been on a dharna when the people of state take out several Shobha Yatras. It really shows how little she cares about the Hindus of West Bengal.
Right, sir. Also on Tuesday, the Chief Minister had accused the BJP-led central government of not releasing funds for the Manrega project for Bengal and other initiatives of its housing and road departments. She, in fact, had stated, and I quote her over here, the centre stopped releasing funds for Manrega and Indira Awas Yojana Gramin. Besides, it has also stopped scholarships for OBC students. How do you respond?
Because there have been several reports of widespread corruption in all these schemes. They have gone under an audit process, and the audits have found merit in the allegations. In fact, schemes like MNREGA, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, the list given by the state government, the list of beneficiaries, has found several beneficiaries who already own big houses, but they all belong to the TMC cadres and have been put in the list. So such gross, glaring irregularities have been observed, which have been challenged in the court. The audit committees sent by the central government and respective ministries have found merit in the allegations, and that is why, pending inquiry, these funds have been stopped. Mamata Banerjee's government is the nodal agency for providing lists of beneficiaries, and it is riddled with corruption. She has ensured that people from her cadre find their way and not the actual beneficiaries. Now, if this is the kind of management and the administration that Mamata Banerjee is overseeing in Bengal, naturally it will face judicial scrutiny, and till that happens, funds cannot be released, because after all, there are certain parameters along which these funds are released. Also, Mamata Banerjee has fraudulently changed names of a lot of these central government schemes to make them sound like they are schemes of the West Bengal government, which again is a violation of these central government programs, and which means central government is well within its right to stop the funding. It applies to scholarship, it applies to eye cataract operations, it applies to Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, it applies to MNREGA. Every scheme in West Bengal is riddled with corruption, and the end beneficiaries of this entire corruption is the party and cadre of Mamata Banerjee. We've seen how teacher recruitment scam has blown up in her face, and the heat of it is really at her doorstep. There is cattle smuggling, there is coal smuggling, in which Mamata Banerjee's nephew is directly being investigated. So Mamata Banerjee, her immediate family, in the entire TMC party rank and file are steeped in corruption. She's facing massive backlash from the people, particularly in rural Bengal, and that is why, to whitewash her sins, she's sitting on this dharna.
Okay, sir, in a scenario where you, of course, allege that there is corruption in these schemes, as far as, the money that is being sent by the centre, it is being sent to those who are basically TMC cadres. They are not the rightful beneficiaries, and hence those funds have been stopped pending judicial scrutiny. Then how does the money eventually reach the rightful beneficiaries? How do you work around that?
Well, the moment the judiciary looks at it and finds merit in the allegations, They ask for the process to be corrected, and Mamata Banerjee's government ensures they send the right list of beneficiaries. That is when the funds will be released. So the onus of getting funds from central government lies completely on the state government, because that is the agency that has to execute the schemes. But they cannot deviate from the policies laid down for these schemes. They cannot deviate on the beneficiaries. They cannot deviate on the parameters that the beneficiaries have to be adhering to. And Mamata Banerjee and her government is responsible for all of this. So it is really on her to ensure that she implements it the way it has to be done, following all guidelines and principles, and then the money can reach the end beneficiary. Mamata Banerjee is the one holding on to the money. She's the one who's responsible for the poverty and lack of funds in several schemes in West Bengal. She is the one who should be held accountable.
Okay, so she should be held accountable is what the BJP has to say. Mr. Malviya, thank you so much for joining us on India Today, sir. Now, politics erupts over Ram Navami in West Bengal. Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, who is sitting on a two-day dharna against the central government, has irked the Saffron Party as it now coincides with Ram Navami. BJP has accused Mamata Banerjee of stalling Ram Navami processions instead of declaring a holiday by sitting on a two-day dharna on the same day. Meanwhile, Mamata has come down heavily on the BJP, brandishing Bengal BJP netas as gundas. She accused them of threatening to take out procession with arms. Further, she in fact assured Ram Navami rallies won't be stalled in any part of the state, but if any riots are to happen, she warned of taking strict action. Against the backdrop of this heated political face-off in West Bengal's Howrah, youth were seen taking out a procession which was laced with arms. Rifles and swords were brandished in this Ram Navami rally that took place on Wednesday.
একজন গুন্ডা বলছেন টিভিতে রেকর্ড আছে রামনবমীর দিন যা অস্ত্র পাবো নিয়ে বেরোবো দেখবো কে কি করতে পারে আরে তোর যা অস্ত্র তুই তাই নিয়ে যা আমি রামনবমীর মিছিল আটকাবো না কিন্তু মনে রাখো মিছিল আমরাও করবে তোমরাও করবে রমজান মাসও চলছে রোজার মাসও চলছে একটা মুসলিম এরিয়ায় গিয়ে হামলা করলে মনে রাখো তার বিরুদ্ধে আইনত পদক্ষেপ নেবে মিছিল মিটিং করার তোমার অধিকার আছে দাঙ্গা করার অধিকার নেই
आज यहीं पर जो कलकत्ता का जो जोगोबाबूर बाजार का क्षेत्र है उसी क्षेत्रों से अजंता ढाबा का सामने से आज रामनवमी का जुलूस निकलेगा और बहुत सारे स्थान गुजरते हुए एकदम सीधा चेतला हनुमान मंदिर तक ये शोभा यात्रा जाएंगे डूबने से बचाए बंगाल को रक्षा करे बंगाल का आशीर्वाद दुर्गा मैया और राम लाला का आशीर्वाद हो यही हमारा प्रार्थना आज का पूरा जनता का यही आकांक्षा यही मंशा है
News coming in right now. Victoria Police has arrested 3 men in relation to alleged violence against Indian Australians at the Federation Square in Melbourne on the 29th of January. 2 men were arrested on the day, with a further 3 arrested this week. That includes a 23-year-old man from Kalkalo charged with, in fact, unlawful assault, a 39-year-old man from Strathmore who's charged with, in fact, affray and violent disorder, and a 36-year-old from Creechburn who's been charged with affray and violent disorder. The police have alleged that flagpoles were used by several Khalistani supporters as weapons that caused physical injuries to multiple victims. Amit Sarwal of Australia Today is joining us live this morning. Amit, thank you so much for joining us. If you can tell us more details about the arrests which have been made by the Victoria Police.
Now, the Victoria Police was looking for at least 9 suspects in the alleged attack on peaceful Indian Australians who were carrying Indian flags on 29 January, opposing or showing their opposition to the bogus Khalistani referendum that was being held in Melbourne. These are local people. The 9 are local people at this stage, we are aware, but these were instigated by their US handlers, people who have come from US, UK and Canada to organize these referendums. That is also on record. You can see the videos that we have shared. Now, 2 people were arrested on spot for causing array and rioting behavior, and they were released on bond immediately. There was another, I think, 6 or 7. The poster was released for a lot of other people, for violent behavior. And finally, these 3 were caught from Craigieburn and other hotspots, which are becoming hotspots for Khalistani. So they were in hiding. These people have got bail at the moment. Because the charges are not that serious at this stage, but because the investigations is still going on and the case will come before the magistrate court in Victoria on 8th of August, we think, and our experts believe, that this will escalate for the Khalistanis.
Okay, and in terms of, Khalistani and the movement, so to say, taking roots in Australia, because you said that these who have been arrested, who were suspected, of course, as well earlier, they had handlers coming in from the US, from the UK as well. If you can give us a sense of this entire propaganda, which is in fact catching up in Australia.
So I think over a period of time, Khalistanis have been trying to build their base in Australia. Canada, US and UK were already hotspot. So over a period of, I think, 2 to 3 years, they have tried to recruit people and post their own people as media advisories, as multicultural advisors, win some awards so that they become influential voices, especially in Melbourne and Sydney. The last referendum that was held in Brisbane was a flop show for Khalistanis. So you had very few people, and we kind of counted, our founder Jitad Bharadwaj was on ground reporting from Brisbane, and we have been following it very closely. We kind of looked that it was the people from Melbourne who were voting in Brisbane as well. So it is quite bogus in terms of the numbers they have been generating. There is no facts put out in front of media. The media is not invited basically with these goons, and they also create a Khalistani area wherever they they try to organize the referendum, and then they start they do not allow access to Indian Australians in that area. So this is one of the things, and this has been done on the instructions of US and UK, particularly Six for Justice organizers of the referendum, and they have been teaching them how to win street credibility, or the street cred as we commonly call it, among the thugs here. Yeah.
Okay, and in Australia, which are the hotspots? Because you did mention that some of these are hotspots as well. They're becoming hotspots.
So in Victoria, it would be Tarneit, Craigieburn, and to some extent Blackburn. So in Victoria and Shepparton. In New South Wales, surprisingly, Sydney is not a hotspot at this moment, and this was said by a Khalistani preacher in Canberra, in front of the Parliament House, where they kind of were dismayed that Sydney people are not supporting their Khalistani referendum. Brisbane, only one Gurdwara, particularly in Brisbane, is supporting, and therefore the number of people are very less. So as you can see, it's just Melbourne, and then Perth. There is one Gurdwara and one association which is trying to give intellectual support to the Khalistanis. So in terms of numbers, if you look at the support that Khalistan has got, it's surprisingly low, and it's the same people. Okay. They're playing like a magical chair or musical chair kind of thing here. Right.
Amit, thank you so much for joining us with all of those details. So, Amit, they're reporting on, the happenings as far as the police investigation into the January 29 violence incident is concerned. We're getting some more news that's coming in at the moment. It's a massive crackdown on, in fact, Khalistani mob protests abroad. Sources have told India Today that blacklist action is likely against the K mob. Major action will be taken against those who protest violently in front of Indian high commissions and embassies on behalf of Khalistanis located in London, San Francisco and Canada. Identification is being done on the basis of video footage of the accused involved in the violence. UK, Canada and US governments will be asked to identify and take action against the accused involved in these violent demonstrations against Indian high commissions and embassies around the world. Delhi police is already probing the matter with the Indian High Commission in London. Now, sources have told India Today that after getting strong evidence against the accused who performed violently in front of the Indian embassy, they can be blacklisted. My colleague Jitendra Bahadur is joining me over the phone line right now. Jitendra, MHA ने दिल्ली पुलिस को ये पूरा इन्वेस्टिगेशन दिया था. किस तरह का एक्शन लिया जा सकता है इन खालिस्तानी ग्रुप्स के खिलाफ यूएस, यूके, कनाडा में?
बिल्कुल, जिस तरीके से जो खालिस्तानी ग्रुप हैं वो लगातार जो विदेशों में भारत के एम्बेसी हैं, चाहे वो कनाडा हो, यूके हो, सैन फ्रांसिस्को हो, अमेरिका हो, इन तमाम जगहों पर उनकी तरफ से विरोध प्रदर्शन अलग अलग जगहों पर किया जा रहा है. यही वजह है कि केंद्रीय गृह मंत्रालय ने विदेश मंत्रालय की जो सिफारिश थी उसके आधार पर दिल्ली पुलिस की स्पेशल सेल को जांच दिया था. आने वाले दिनों में ऐसी जानकारी मिल रही है कि ये तमाम जो आरोपी हैं जो कि विदेशों में रह करके भारत के खिलाफ अलग अलग तरीके के प्रोपेगेंडा का इस्तेमाल करते हैं और भारत विरोधी गतिविधियों में शामिल रहते हैं, इनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई की जा सकती है. जानकारी ये भी है कि ये जो इनके जो पासपोर्ट है, इसके अलावा इनको ब्लैकलिस्ट किया जा सकता है. तो ऐसी जानकारी मिल रही है क्योंकि पिछले कई दिनों में पॉलमी आपने देखा कि जो एम्बेसीज हैं भारत की, चाहे वो यूके, सैन फ्रांसिस्को, यहाँ पर उनकी तरफ से कार्रवाई की गई और इस कार्रवाई के विरोध में भारत सरकार की तरफ से जो यहाँ प्रतिनिधि हैं उनको अपनी विरोध दर्ज कराया गया और साथ ही जो दिल्ली पुलिस की स्पेशल सेल है उसको जांच दिया गया. अब कार्रवाई बड़े स्तर पर हो सकती है और इनको ब्लैक लिस्ट करने की तैयारी की जा रही है.
जी जितेंद्र, शुक्रिया जानकारी के लिए. We're slipping into a very short break. On the other side, the rumor mills are abuzz. Pariniti and Raghav snapped together again. Pariniti Chopra and Aam Aadmi Party MP Raghav Chadha were spotted together at Delhi airport. Details on the other side.
You are watching India Today.
Age is just a number. This line fits perfectly for Dharam Chand from Haryana. He is 86 but is still running, jumping and winning medals. His secret?
मैं बच्चों को सबको यही प्रेरणा देता हूँ कि आप मेरी तरह ग्राउंड के साथ जुड़े और सब वैभव से मुक्त होकर आप अपनी सेहत को, अपने शरीर को ठीक रखें. सन 68 से लेकर आज तक मैं कंटिन्यूड रेगुलर पोजीशन लेता आ रहा हूँ.
The 4th National Masters Athletics Championship, which recently took place in Kurukshetra, saw more than 2,400 participants from 22 states. 72-year-old Mahavir Singh is one of them.
मैं यही संदेश देना चाहता हूँ, भाई नशे से दूर रहें और खेलों से जुड़ें. आप खेलना जरूरी है, कोई जरूरी नहीं कोई मेडल जीते. मेरे को 40 साल खेलते हुए हो गए हैं और 20 साल से मैं इसमें मास्टर एथलेटिक्स एसोसिएशन में खेलता हूँ.
Several women also participated in different events.
हमारे टाइम में लड़कियों को खेलने का मौका नहीं मिलता था, तो एक अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म मुझे लगता है कि ये हमें मिला है कि इस उम्र में आके भी हम मेहनत करके अपनी अचीवमेंट दे सकते हैं. और एक ये ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है कि इस पे अगर आप आएंगे तो शायद मुझे जो लगता है, अपने जीवन से जो लगता है कि हम किसी गलत ट्रैक पर नहीं जाएंगे.
The message these athletes are sending is, it is never too late to chase your passion. Bureau Report, India Today.
are watching India Today.
The rumour mills are abuzz over AAP MP Raghav Chadha and Bollywood actor Pariniti Chopra. Pariniti and Raghav sparked dating rumours ever since the two were spotted at a restaurant. Amid wedding rumours, now actor Pariniti Chopra and Aam Aadmi Party leader Raghav Chadha were spotted together at Delhi airport on Wednesday night. The actress's recent visit also to trousseau designer Manish Malhotra, in fact also to an AAP MP congratulating them over their quote-unquote union, is a roka on the cards for the new couple in town. Here's our report.
With two back-to-back sightings in Mumbai, Aam Aadmi Party MP Raghav Chadha and Bollywood actor Pariniti Chopra's sightings have set the gossip mills churning. While the AAP MP has been coy amid questions over his relationship status with the actress,
क्या इस पर आप हमें बताएंगे?
आप मुझसे राजनीति के सवाल करिए, परिनीति के सवाल ना करिए।
लेकिन जो परिनीति के सवाल कर रहे हैं उनको आप क्या जवाब देंगे?
आपको देंगे जवाब।
आपकी मुस्कुराहट से और कयास लगेंगे।
थैंक यू
सर।
Pariniti Chopra's latest visit to trousseau designer Manish Malhotra's residence has all but confirmed that wedding bells are ringing. Social media is abuzz with this new relationship, and it has even found a mention amid Rajya Sabha proceedings.
You already have been in, you occupied enough space in social media. This may be a day of silence for you.
But it is this congratulatory tweet by another AAP MP that has cemented wedding rumours. Sanjeev Arora took to Twitter to congratulate Raghav and Pariniti for the union. Pariniti and Raghav have been friends for many years now. Their friendship dates back to their time at the London School of Economics, and they have a shared love for travelling along with a mutual friend circle. There is no doubt that the two make for a power couple, with one being the youngest member of parliament and another a Bollywood actress belonging to the Chopra clan. Entertainment Bureau, India Today.
And that's a wrap on this bulletin. For all the latest news and updates, you can log on to indiatoday.in. You can also download the India Today app. Thanks for watching.
You are watching India Today.
India Today grew, wins the prestigious Ramnath Goenka Excellence in Journalism Awards.
For the category of investigative reporting for 2019,
the winner in broadcast, Milan Sharma.
In the category of reporting on politics and government for 2019,
the winner in broadcast is Bipasha Mukherjee from India Today TV.
In the category of Hindi for 2019,
in broadcast, Ashutosh Mishra from Aaj Tak.
Shines bright with 5 awards. India Today Group, the gold standard in journalism.
Good afternoon and a warm welcome to India Today. I'm Paulami Saha. These are the headlines we're tracking at the top of this hour. After Germany takes note of Rahul's disqualification, Congress welcomes foreign support, says democracy being compromised by persecuting Rahul. Poaching Karnataka as poll season starts. Bommai accuses Congress of poaching MLAs. Congress says BJP is rigging polls. Meanwhile, Aam Aadmi Party enters state of war Karnataka. Poster war goes national as Aam Aadmi Party puts up anti-Modi posters across Delhi and in Ahmedabad. "12 days on, no trace of Amritpal amid suspense around his surrender. Security tightened across Amritsar as fugitive sets surrender conditions. Guns, swords and hockey sticks brandished in Ram Navami rally in Bengal a day after Chief Minister Mamata warned over armed processions. Is the latest BJP reaction on the disqualification row. Kiran Rijiju has tweeted, and I quote him over here, "Thank you, Rahul Gandhi, for inviting foreign powers for interference into India's internal matters. Remember, Indian judiciary can't be influenced by foreign interference. India won't tolerate foreign influence anymore because our Prime Minister is Shri Narendra Modi." This is what Union Minister Kiran Rijiju has tweeted. Remember that the spokesperson of the German Foreign Affairs Ministry had issued a statement saying that they were aware of the instance of Rahul Gandhi's disqualification and they were watching it as well. Now, of course, you hear from the central government after the Congress welcomed Germany's response. Kiran Rijiju, Union Minister, has now tweeted, "Thank you, Rahul Gandhi, for inviting foreign powers for interference into India's internal matters. Remember, Indian judiciary can't be influenced by foreign interference. India won't tolerate foreign influence anymore because our Prime Minister is Shri Narendra Modi." My colleague Rahul Gautam is now joining us live from Delhi. So the war of words, Rahul, that we were speaking of earlier is now escalating with Kiran Rijiju, Union Minister, jumping into the fray and saying that India won't tolerate foreign interference.
Absolutely, Paulomi. You rightly pointed out that as we were discussing earlier also that BJP is now trying to create a narrative that how they've always been saying that Rahul Gandhi had gone to a abroad nation only to defame the country, and in fact he invited foreign interference into the very internal matters of the country. And now because of the fact that Digvijay Singh, very senior Congress leader, has thanked German Foreign Ministry spokesperson saying that thank you for standing with us because of the fact that democracy is compromised as Rahul Gandhi is being persecuted merely because he is asking uncomfortable questions. This amounts to seeking foreign countries' interference into into the internal affairs of the country. In fact, Mr. Kiran Rijiju also said that Indian judiciary is an independent entity, and the country will not be tolerating any sort of foreign interference from any particular nation, given the fact that India is now governed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So, this is certainly going to, lead to a war of words between BJP and Congress. Congress is saying that Rahul Gandhi, only spoke about the ground realities that are prevailing in the country when he had gone to London, while he was engaging with those foreign dignitaries, and in fact he didn't defame country in any manner. But on the other hand, the BJP is saying that Rahul Gandhi, by calling out for a support from foreign nations, saying that all the European Union countries, they must come together, all the foreign nations must come together to help India restoring democracy. This is what actually amounts to defaming country. However, Congress party has absolutely rejected these claims. They have made it very clear. In fact, Rahul Gandhi himself put in a record that he never asked for any sort of foreign interference. So, but obviously the BJP would treat this in an apt opportunity to hit out and Rahul Gandhi, because of the fact that now two nations at least have actually spoken about and expressed concerns over disqualification of Rahul Gandhi, and now Congress leader also coming out and thanking those two nations.
Rahul, this is also very significant, the statement that is coming in from Kiran Rijiju, because of course he holds charge of the law ministry in the central government, with the German Foreign Affairs Ministry stating that judicial independence standards will apply. So Rahul Gandhi has the option to appeal in court the verdict which was handed out to him by a lower court in Surat. They're saying that they're watching and judicial independence standards will apply. And Kiran Rijiju hitting back at that very specific statement from the German Foreign Affairs Ministry, which has been welcomed by the Congress, saying that Indian judiciary can't be influenced by foreign interference. That's very significant.
Absolutely, the law minister is underlying this fact that Indian judiciary is an independent entity, and there has not been any sort of interference as far as judiciary is concerned. And Rahul Gandhi has been found guilty in that defamation case, solely on the basis of legal grounds. So obviously, on one hand, he's not just hitting out at Congress party, he's also putting on a record, and in fact putting it in a clear picture that as far as judiciary is concerned, it's a separate and independent entity, and the government is not interfering in any manner. On the other hand, the German Foreign Ministry spokesperson also said that they are actually waiting, for the outcome of the appeal, which will be filed by Rahul Gandhi, and then only they'll be making a further opinion on this case, on this scenario. In fact, they also said that they hope that judicial independence and democratic principles will be upheld by the Indian government and the country. So on one hand, Mr. Kiran Rijiju is hitting out at Congress party for inviting foreign powers to intervene into internal matters. At the same time, he's also saying that one should not defame Indian judiciary, and it stands out as a very independent entity, and there has not been any interference whatsoever from the Indian government in this manner.
And it is a point which has been made, of course, by the German Foreign Affairs Ministry, Rahul, which is, of course, something which has struck home. And the Indian Law Minister, of course, is hitting back at that, because Germany, in a sense, when it says that judicial independence standards and democratic principles should be applied, is in a way indirectly trying to preach to India, which is what the central government and the BJP is hitting back at. Okay, Rahul, just hold on for a minute. We are getting some more news that's coming in. This is on this issue as well. Pawan Kheda now of the Congress party has tweeted, and he's tweeted over here, Mr. Rijiju, why divert from the main issue? The issue is that the Prime Minister cannot answer Rahul Gandhi's questions about Adani. Instead of misleading people, please answer the question. So while, of course, Rahul, the Congress has welcomed the statement from the German Foreign Ministry, it is, of course, saying that when the Law Minister is hitting out at that statement about the Indian judiciary, he's only trying to mislead the people. Rahul Gautam, thank you so much for joining us with all of those details. So this is, of course, escalating into a massive war of words between the Congress and the centre. Now, the Congress has welcomed foreign intervention again in India's internal affairs. While politics speaks over Rahul's disqualification, surprisingly, Germany has waded in on Rahul's disqualification row. Germany's foreign ministry has said that it has taken note of the verdict of Rahul's suspension from parliament after his conviction. Not just that, Germany even has preached that they expect that standards of judicial independence and fundamental democratic principles be applied in Rahul Gandhi's case. Congress leader Digvijay Singh has now thanked Germany for taking note of Rahul Gandhi's disqualification. He has added that the democracy of India is being compromised in India through the persecution of Rahul Gandhi. The BJP has now lashed out at the Congress for once again seeking foreign support, and this political war comes just weeks after Rahul Gandhi kicked off a storm in the United Kingdom when he sought foreign intervention, claiming India's democracy is under attack.
Wir haben das erstinstanzliche Urteil gegen den indischen Oppositionspolitiker Rahul Gandhi zur Kenntnis genommen, ebenso wie die Suspendierung seines Parlamentsmandats. Nach unserer Kenntnis stehen Herrn Gandhi gegen das Urteil Rechtsmittel offen. Dann wird sich zeigen, ob dieses Urteil Bestand hat und ob die Voraussetzung für die Suspendierung des Mandats überhaupt gegeben ist. Wir erwarten, dass die Standards in Bezug auf die Unabhängigkeit der Justiz und demokratische Grundprinzipien auch für das Verfahren gegen Rahul Gandhi gelten.
Now, here's what Rahul Gandhi has said about Indian democracy in the United Kingdom a few weeks ago. Listen in.
So the surprising thing is that the so-called defenders of democracy, which are the United States, European countries, seem to just be oblivious that a huge chunk of the democratic model has come undone, right? Which is a real problem. With regards to, and frankly, the opposition is fighting that battle, right? And it's not just an Indian battle. It's actually a much more important battle. It is a battle for a huge part of the democratic people.
Politics now erupts over Ram Navami in West Bengal. Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, who is sitting on a two-day dharna against the central government, has irked the Saffron Party as it coincides with Ram Navami. BJP has accused Mamata Banerjee for stalling Ram Navami processions instead of declaring a holiday by sitting on a two-day dharna on the same day. Now, meanwhile, Mamata has come down heavily on the BJP, brandishing Bengal BJP netas as gundas. She has accused them of threatening to take out a procession with arms. Further, she assured that Ram Navami rallies won't be stalled in any part of the state. But if any riots happen, she has warned of taking strict action. Against the backdrop of this heated political face-off in West Bengal's Howrah, youth were seen taking out a procession which was laced with arms. Rifles and swords were brandished in this Ram Navami rally that took place on Wednesday.
একজন গুন্ডা বলছেন টিভিতে রেকর্ড আছে রামনবমীর দিন যা অস্ত্র পাবো নিয়ে বেরোবো দেখবো কে কি করতে পারে আরে তোর যা অস্ত্র তুই তাই নিয়ে যা আমি রামনবমীর মিছিল আটকাবো না কিন্তু মনে রাখো মিছিল আমরাও করবে তোমরাও করবে রমজান মাসও চলছে রোজার মাসও চলছে একটা মুসলিম এরিয়ায় গিয়ে হামলা করলে মনে রাখো তার বিরুদ্ধে আইনত পদক্ষেপ নেবে মিছিল মিটিং করার তোমার অধিকার আছে দাঙ্গা করার অধিকার নেই
ममता बनर्जी को सिखाना नहीं पड़ेगा किसमें छुट्टी देना है किसमें नहीं देना है ईद से लेकर छठ पूजा से लेकर सब कुछ में बंगाल में छुट्टी होता है बीजेपी कल चंबा में क्या किया था कल चंबा में किस तरीके से ड्रामा कर रहा था रामनवमी एक चीज है यहाँ पर एजुटेशन एक चीज है बंगाल का आदमी को पैसा नहीं मिल रहा है 100 दिन का पैसा नहीं मिल रहा है मिड डे मील का पैसा नहीं मिल रहा है
आज यहीं पर जो कलकत्ता का जो जोगोबाबूर बाजार का क्षेत्र है उसी क्षेत्रों से अजंता ढाबा का सामने से आज रामनवमी का जुलूस निकलेगा और बहुत सारे स्थान गुजरते हुए एकदम सीधा चेतला हनुमान मंदिर तक की शोभा यात्रा जाएंगे डूबने से बचाए बंगाल को रक्षा करे, बंगाल का आशीर्वाद दुर्गा मैया और राम लाला का आशीर्वाद हो, यही हमारा प्रार्थना आज का पूरा जनता का यही आकांक्षा, यही मंशा है।
So this is of course turning out into a major escalation as far as the BJP versus TMC war in West Bengal is concerned. Not the first time that Ram Navami has sparked off this political slugfest in West Bengal. This time, of course, the BJP criticizing Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee for sitting on a dharna on a day that the nation is observing the occasion of Ram Navami. Indrajit, my colleague, is joining me over the phone line right now. Indrajit, we saw those images of the youth brandishing swords, rifles in Howrah. Has that situation been contained, or have such reports been reported from other parts of Bengal as well?
Well, Paulami, the visuals that we are showing is from yesterday. This was on the eve of Ram Navami, and today we are expecting hundreds of such rallies to be taken out across West Bengal in various districts. And mostly Hindu right-wing organizations like the Vishwa Hindu Parishad, the Bajrang Dal, will be, taking out such rallies in various places. BJP leaders will also be there in some of these rallies. So it would be interesting to see whether or not there are swords and other, arms that are brandished during those rallies. But clearly, there is a political war of words. Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, of course, has warned that if such an incident takes place, there will be action that will be initiated from the police. She said that, there will be no bar in any Ram Navami procession. In fact, the Trinamool Congress leaders will also be taking part in some of these rallies. However, it has to be peaceful. That's the precursor. And since the Muslim community is also observing Roza this time during Ramadan, therefore, there should not be any untoward incident is what the West Bengal government has said. So clearly, political war of words has erupted. We'll keep a keen watch on what kind of rallies that take place today, because later in the day, Shubhendu Adhikari, who is the leader of opposition, will be taking out a procession in Kolkata, and in various other districts, BJP leaders are also leading such marches.
Okay, so the things as far as the situation on the ground is concerned, they continue to, of course, remain a little volatile. Indrajit, thank you so much for joining us with those details. Shifting focus now, Aam Aadmi Party reignites the poster war against Prime Minister Modi, but this time at a national level. Kejriwal's party has put up posters against Prime Minister Modi asking if the Prime Minister of the country should be educated or not. Now, these posters were put up outside the Aam Aadmi Party's headquarters in Delhi and in other parts of the national capital. Few of them were torn by unknown men. But this time, the party is not containing itself to Delhi, but has announced that it will be putting up these anti-Modi posters in several cities across the country. Posters were in fact spotted in Ahmedabad as well. Now remember, this is not the first time the Aam Aadmi Party is doing this. Just last week, the Aam Aadmi Party had put up posters against Prime Minister Modi that read, "Modi Hatao, Desh Bachao." Delhi police had registered over 100 FIRs against those posters, while 6 people were arrested for these objectionable posters as well. The poster war has now sparked off a massive political slugfest.
जितना आप प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के खिलाफ अपशब्द कहेंगे, उतना आम आदमी पार्टी का ग्राफ जो ऑलरेडी नीचे जा रहा है वो नीचे जाएगा। भ्रष्टाचार से ध्यान हटाने की एक मुहिम है केजरीवाल की। केजरीवाल को एक बात समझ में आनी चाहिए कि आप आसमां पे जितना भी थूकोगे, थूक पलट के आपके सर पर ही आएगी।
ये नक्सलवादी है, अराजकतावादी है ये लोग, और ये किसी पे भी भावना पे जा सकते हैं। प्रधानमंत्री की अगर पूरी क्वालिफिकेशन आप देखेंगे तो वो MA की हुई है, और क्वालिफिकेशन इनकी क्या क्वालिफिकेशन है? जो राष्ट्रीय विरोधी का काम करते हैं, जो दारू बेचने का काम करते हैं, जो समाज को बिगाड़ने का काम करते हैं, ये जो पूरे देश से जमानत जब्त करा कर आए हैं। गोवा के अंदर जमानत जब्त हुई है, उत्तर प्रदेश में जमानत जब्त हुई है, गुजरात में जमानत जब्त हुई है। जनता ने इनको अस्वीकार कर दिया है, इसलिए जनता के बीच में जाने के बजाय पोस्टरबाजी कर रहे हैं, और पोस्टरबाजी से इनको ही नुकसान होता है, क्योंकि मोदी जी आज की तारीख में जनता के दिल में वास करते हैं।
मोदी जी ने आज हर फील्ड के अंदर, चाहे वो अर्थव्यवस्था हो, चाहे वो बाकी काम हो, बहुत अच्छे से काम किया है। और आप उनको अनपढ़ बोल रहे हैं, ये देश की जनता बर्दाश्त नहीं करने वाली है। इसलिए मैं आपको चेता रहा हूं और आज आपको गारंटी करता हूं अरविंद केजरीवाल साहब, दिल्ली के अंदर आपको एक भी लोकसभा सीट नहीं मिलेगी। मैं आपको आज गारंटी करता हूं, क्योंकि नरेंद्र मोदी जी के खिलाफ ये जो दुष्प्रचार आपने किया है, इसका जवाब दिल्ली की जनता भी देगी आपको।
So that is, of course, the poster war between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, which has escalated now with the Aam Aadmi Party taking this war to a national level. Posters against Prime Minister Modi have been spotted not just in the national capital, but in Ahmedabad city as well. The administration has taken down those posters and is yet to register a case, but clearly things seem to be escalating at the moment, with the Aam Aadmi Party, of course, also announcing that it will be entering the political fray, the electoral fray in Karnataka as well. So it's likely that this poster war will reach other states as well. Rahul Gautam, my colleague, is joining me over the phone line right now. Rahul, the Aam Aadmi Party says that it will be printing these posters of Modi Hatao, Desh Bachao in 11 different languages, putting them up across these various cities, across states in the country. Clearly, things escalating as far as this war of posters between the Aam Aadmi Party and BJP is concerned. Rahul, the question is,
made it already clear that
Go.
So
yes, Rahul, please go on. We can hear you.
Aam Aadmi Party has made it very clear that Modi Hatao, Desh Bachao, this slogan would be the clarion call in the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. And in fact, when a rally was organized by Aam Aadmi Party a few days back at Jantar Mantar, at that point of time also senior leaders made it very clear that they're going to take Modi government heads on. See, we have to really understand that earlier when these types of posters were pasted around the city, at that point of time, it attracted a police crackdown in which at least 6 people were arrested and around 23 cases were filed. At that point of time, Delhi police has said that because of the fact that these posters were pasted on public walls and they were defacing public property, and in fact there was no mention of printing press on these posters. Therefore, that action was taken. However, at that point of time, Aam Aadmi Party said that this is nothing short of a political vendetta, wherein their workers and such posters are being targeted only because of the fact that they are trying to ask some difficult questions to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So, and now again the similar thing has happened right outside the Aam Aadmi Party's head office. Again, such posters have resurfaced. So you can expect that the BJP will certainly be coming out, because at that point in time also BJP said that this is nothing short of defaming and lording the dignity of Prime Minister's office, who is enjoying a popular mandate, that too for 2 occasions. So obviously, this is again going to set a stage for confrontation between BJP and Aam Aadmi Party.
Absolutely, definitely sets the stage for a confrontation between the Aam Aadmi Party and the Bharatiya Janata Party. Rahul, thank you for joining us with all of those details. We've got some breaking news that's coming in right now. A massive Ram Navami procession in Delhi. Huge crowd in Jahangirpur. Those the images of that Ram Navami procession from Delhi that you can see at the moment on your screens right now. We're slipping into a very short break at the moment. Stay tuned, news and updates will continue on the other side of this break.
ईडी, सीबीआई, इनकम टैक्स जैसी एजेंसियों का दुरुपयोग हो रहा है और लगातार विपक्ष के नेताओं को इस पर निशाना बनाया जा रहा है। इस पर आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
ये सारी एजेंसियां, कोई एजेंसी कोर्ट के ऊपर नहीं है। किसी भी नोटिस को भी आप कोर्ट में चैलेंज कर सकते हैं, 1, किसी भी एफआईआर को कोर्ट में चैलेंज कर सकते हैं, 2, और किसी भी चार्जशीट को भी कोर्ट में चैलेंज कर रहे हैं, 3। भाई कोर्ट में जाने की जगह यहां पर हो हल्ला कर क्या होगा? और बहुत हमारी पार्टी में तो कम है, उनकी पार्टी में ढेर सारे अच्छे वकील हैं।
Armed with facts, she takes the news by its horns.
You think the future of these students are not hampered?
Fierce, bold, and direct, setting the tone for the biggest stories from every corner and every angle. Expect nothing but the unfiltered truth.
News first, niceties later. Watch me, Nabila Jamal, on India Today.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Welcome back. Here are the other national stories making headlines across the country. A blast triggered widespread panic in Hiranagar sector at Kathua along the international border on Wednesday evening. After the explosion went off, the residents rushed out of their houses. In the course of a search operation on Thursday morning, one live grenade was discovered in the fields by police officials. A dispute between two groups took place in the Kiratpura area of Maharashtra's Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar, during which people pelted stones at each other and vehicles were set on fire. 4 people were injured in the clash. Police officials reached the spot with fire brigade vehicles and brought the situation under control. Tear gas shells were fired to disperse the crowds. In Tiruvallur, Tamil Nadu, a 9-year-old girl allegedly took her life on Monday after her father asked her to go home and study while she was playing. Krishnamurthy, the girl's father, found his daughter hanging inside their home. The girl often uploaded videos on social media and her neighbors fondly called her Insta Queen. A police investigation is underway. In response to an increase in COVID cases in Delhi, with 300 COVID cases and 2 fatalities, the government has called for an emergency conference to discuss the situation and policies regarding the new COVID variant in Delhi. Saurabh Bhardwaj, Delhi's health minister, will chair the huddle. We're slipping into a very short break. Stay tuned. News and updates will continue on the other side of this break.
Chetan, what's the latest in what's been a long-drawn saga with regards to Ashok Hotel?
Well, absolutely. It's literally a long-drawn saga, 2023, but now seems to be the year when ITDC's iconic property, the Ashok in Delhi, goes on a long lease for about 60 years. Sources have in fact told Business Today TV that the government has in fact expedited the process, and the structural audit of both Ashok Hotel and Samrat Hotel have begun and will be completed in 6 months. Sources also confirming to Business Today TV that the process of formulating the model concession agreement, which literally forms the backbone of any disinvestment, has also begun. And the day it receives green light from the Union Cabinet, the government will call the bids and will not wait any further. Remember, the Ashok is a 550-room hotel built on a sprawling 25-acre land in the heart of the national capital.
All right, Chetan, thanks so much for that. Now, will electric vehicles become cheaper given that prices of key battery inputs like lithium, cobalt, copper are all coming down? Chetan also sat down with Akshay Singhal, founder and CEO at Log9 Materials, on future EV price trends. Listen in.
We've been observing that as the benchmark minerals, in fact, there has been a fall in lithium prices by nearly 20%. We are seeing cobalt prices more than down by 50% and copper prices down by 18%. What does it entail for India's electric vehicle manufacturing story, and especially the batteries, who form the most critical part for these 3 items?
See, the point is, in particularly, and always a pleasure talking to you, Chetan. But if you look at these fall in prices, right, I don't think it impacts significantly in a very short term as far as the Indian market is concerned, right? Because we typically in India procure cells which are manufactured outside, and we procure them as an extra inventory which the various cell manufacturers have, right? We are not at a scale in the Indian ecosystem where we have dedicated orders with the cell manufacturers so that the recent drop in price or change in prices gets affected into the cell procurement cost.
12 days on, and fugitive Khalistani leader Amritpal Singh is still on the run. As suspense around Amritpal's surrender builds, desperate Amritpal released a new video from his hideout. The video has been amplified across social media from handles in the UK, Canada and Dubai, a clear attempt to further Khalistani propaganda from outside India. Now, the Amritsar police have issued posters of Amritpal declaring him wanted. The posters with pictures and other details of Amritpal Singh were circulated seeking the help of people to gather any kind of information related to the fugitive. The Punjab police have also launched a massive door-to-door search operation in a Hoshiarpur village after receiving inputs that the radical preacher Amritpal Singh and his aide could be hiding in the area.
हमने तो पब्लिक की सिक्योरिटी के लिए इंतजाम कर रखे हैं. अगर वो आके सरेंडर करना चाहते हैं तो वो उनका मन है. पंजाब पुलिस एक प्रोफेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है और अगर वो सरेंडर करते हैं तो उनको बाइज्जत जो एक ड्यू लीगल प्रोसेस है उसके तहत ही ट्रीट किया जाएगा. ये एक निर्धारित प्रक्रिया है पुलिस की जो कानून के तहत अमल में लाई जाती है वही होगा. किसी प्रकार का दुर्व्यवहार, भेदभाव या वितकरा नहीं किया जाएगा.
फोर्सेस पीछे लगी हुई हैं और मेरे ख्याल वो जल्दी पकड़े जाने की उम्मीद है. उन्होंने कल हमारी सरकार ने हाई कोर्ट में भी बोला है, इसका मतलब कहीं ना कहीं आसपास है या जहां भी होगा आखिर तो पकड़ा ही जाएगा. सारे तो उधर से भाग गए, फेल क्यों हो गई? भगौड़ा उसको डिक्लेयर कर दिया और आखिर तो पकड़ा ही जाएगा. नहीं भी पकड़ा जाए भाग तो गया ना. और देखो पंजाब पुलिस का काम है पंजाब में शांति और अमन बहाल रखना और वो है पंजाब में. अब जो पंजाब पुलिस है उससे ज़्यादा एफिशिएंट फोर्स इंडिया में नहीं है.
कल सरकार ने हाई कोर्ट में एडवोकेट जनरल साहब ने कहा था कि हम इमीडिएटली उसको पकड़ लेंगे, बिल्कुल नज़दीक है. तो आज नई बात चल पड़ी, कल को और बात चल रही. 12 दिन से यही स्टोरियाँ सुनते हैं. हर रोज नई स्टोरी होती है, हर रोज नई फोटोग्राफ होती है. तो किसके ऊपर आप भरोसा करोगे?
Khalistan Army Chief Amritpal Singh keeps slipping away from the police despite the authorities being on his hunt for more than 10 days. So how does he do it? Amritpal Singh and his aide Papalpreet Singh have been using a network of women to run and hide.
From Punjab to Haryana to Delhi. Even after being declared a fugitive and multi-state police crackdown, Amritpal managed to repeatedly change locations. But how? India Today investigated and unearthed his lady network, who he used as pawns for shelter. Sources have informed India Today that Amritpal and his sidekick Papalpreet are known to have many female friends. More than 10 of them are on the radar. Amritpal used their houses to take shelter, be it Patiala, Haryana and even in Delhi. 3 women in the capital have been tracked down and being interrogated by the cops for helping Amritpal. In Haryana's Kurukshetra, where Amritpal was seen boarding a bus, the Khalistani fugitive had helped there too. This is Baljeet Kaur, a middle-aged woman living in Kurukshetra who has been arrested by cops for harboring Amritpal and his aide. She claims she had no idea who they were.
कौन लेकर आया था अमृतपाल?
जो हमारे जानकार थे पपलप्रीत सिंह, जिनको मैं मतलब इंस्टाग्राम के माध्यम से जानती थी.
अच्छा.
हाँ जी. नहीं सर, बिल्कुल नहीं पहचान रही थी क्योंकि उन्होंने पग बांधी हुई थी और चश्मा लगाया हुआ था, मास्क पहना
क्या
हुआ
बोला था अमृतपाल ने कि कहाँ जा रहा है वो?
नहीं, उन्होंने सर इसके बारे में हमें कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं।
This is the elaborate femme fatale plot used by Amritpal Singh to evade cops for so long. And don't forget, besides these 10 odd women who helped him, his wife also actively helped him to get funds. With Manjeet Sehgal from Hoshiarpur, Bureau Report, India Today.
With date of, in fact, announced state of war, Karnataka intensifies. BJP's B.S. Yediyurappa came down heavily on the Congress, the former chief minister, while claiming that his party is going to record a big win this time, slammed the Congress, saying that the grand old party is dreaming big but would lose badly. He also termed the Congress as the most corrupt. Meanwhile, Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai accused KPCC Chief D.K. Shivkumar of telephoning BJP MLAs in order to convince them to jump ship. Then the Chief Minister also went on to say that D.K. Shivkumar kept 100 seats vacant and later telephoned BJP legislators asking them to come on board, offering them tickets. Denying the charge, Karnataka Congress Chief D.K. Shivkumar accused the Election Commission of being biased towards the BJP and further alleged that the BJP is making attempts to rig elections.
Congress are corrupt. When they were in the government, there are a lot of corruption charges are there. And we give a complaint to the local also, you know very well. We are going to get absolute majority in Karnataka, not only for our Lok Sabha also. We have won about 25 seats at present. Congress, JDS, other one seat only. Next time also, under the leadership of Modi and Amit Shah, we are going to get another all 25 seats, Lok Sabha seats.
Now, with the battle for Karnataka gaining steam, former MP Rahul Gandhi is all said to be the biggest face of the Congress's campaign by kicking off his Satyamev Jayate Yatra from Kolar. Now, this as the BJP ups their ante with Prime Minister Modi positioned as the face of their poll battle aside from other star campaigners. So, the battle lines are clearly drawn. Here's our report.
He may be an ex-MP for the moment, but Rahul Gandhi will still be the biggest face in the Congress's Karnataka campaign. Amidst his ongoing legal tangles and war with the Modi Sarkar, Rahul will be stepping into battlefield Karnataka on April the 5th. To kick off what he's calling the Satyamev Jayate Yatra. Very significantly, he's chosen to roll out from Kolar, the very place from where he had made this comment in 2019.
एक छोटा सा सवाल, इन सब के नाम, इन सब चोरों के नाम मोदी 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 कैसे हैं? नीरव मोदी, ललित मोदी, नरेंद्र मोदी, और अभी थोड़ा ढूंढेंगे तो और बहुत सारे मोदी निकलेंगे.
That's right, the very comment that has resulted in a court conviction and his dramatic suspension as Lok Sabha MP. Kolar is additionally significant as the constituency where the Congress's de facto campaign face Siddaramaiah is deeply keen to contest from even after being assigned the Varuna ticket. Rahul's Kolar appearance will be his second visit to Karnataka this year. Since January, Prime Minister Modi has visited Karnataka 13 times, with his top men Amit Shah and JP Nadda also logging multiple visits to the poll-bound state, with many more to follow over the next few weeks. While the BJP's top guns are showing up more often in Karnataka, Rahul Gandhi did spend 21 days in the state as part of his Bharat Jodo Yatra last September. A yatra that wound up only at the end of January this year. In the biggest title defense of 2023, the Karnataka BJP has enlisted all the help it can possibly get to try and fend off a hungry Congress party.
All the national, including Prime Minister Amit Shah ji, Nadda ji, everybody will be there. Yogi Adityanath will also come.
In a state beleaguered with fractured mandates, expect the 2023 war for Karnataka to be star-studded and loud. With Nagarjun Dwarkanath in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today.
The countdown to the high-stakes Karnataka election has begun. All eyes are on HD Kumaraswamy, who in an exclusive interview to India Today said that both the Congress and the BJP are in fact wooing him. Chief Minister Bommai claims in fact that a Congress-JDS pact has been sealed, and Congress says that it cannot rule out an alliance with HD Kumaraswamy. Will JDS play kingmaker in Karnataka?
A show of opposition unity. The occasion, HD Kumaraswamy being sworn in as Karnataka Chief Minister. That was in 2018. But what about 2023? This election season, the eyes are once again on HD Kumaraswamy. Which way will he and his party go? In an exclusive interview to India Today, Kumaraswamy declared that he was being wooed by both the BJP and the Congress.
Do you have pressure from the centre saying come with us? Have they already spoken to you?
Offer is there.
You have already offered?
Offer is there.
Okay.
Everybody offering me.
Even Congress is offering?
Everybody is offering me. They know their strength, what is their strength internally, they know.
Okay.
Some important persons who are approaching to thinking that this time also fracture will be there.
Hours after poll dates were announced, Chief Minister Bommai declared that a JDS Congress deal was done.
It is in fact, there was a meeting in Hyderabad between Congress leaders and JDS. According to my information, a deal has been struck there.
Adding fuel to the political fire is top Karnataka Congress face.
बहुत सारे ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಗೋದನ್ನ ರೂಲ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಆದರೂ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು.
So will Kumaraswamy be king or kingmaker? Karnataka will know on 13th of May. With Nagarjun Dwarkanath and Sagairaj in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today.
News coming in right now. Bommai hits out at Congress over Rahul's Yatra. Chief Minister Bommai has said that the Congress never won when Rahul campaigned. He has said, and I quote him over here, "We are cleaning the whole system. That is why Lokayukta came into existence." We welcome Rahul Gandhi to Karnataka. But the anomaly is that Congress has never won a constituency where Rahul Gandhi has campaigned, quote unquote. So that is, of course, Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai taking a pot shot at the Congress party, and Rahul Gandhi saying that the Congress has never won when Rahul Gandhi has reached a constituency and campaigned over there. Remember that the Congress has announced Rahul Gandhi's Satyameva Jayate Yatra, which will kickstart from Kolar in Karnataka. This after the Election Commission announced that May 10th is the date that the fates of the BJP, the Congress and the JDS will be sealed by the people of Karnataka. Now, Chief Minister Bommai saying that the Congress has never won when Rahul has campaigned for them in a constituency. We welcome him, but this is what is likely to happen, is what the Chief Minister has stated. He has stated, and I quote him over here, "We are cleaning the whole system. That is why Lokayukta came into existence. We welcome Rahul Gandhi to Karnataka, but the anomaly is that Congress has never won a constituency where Rahul Gandhi has campaigned," unquote. Sagai Raj, my colleague, is joining us over the phone line at the moment. Sagai, the Chief Minister there taking a pot shot at the Congress and Rahul Gandhi, saying the Congress has never won a constituency if Rahul Gandhi has campaigned.
Absolutely. Chief Minister Bommai has taken a dig at Congress leader Rahul Gandhi, stating that if Rahul Gandhi comes to Karnataka, Congress will not win. And there is a history that wherever Rahul Gandhi has campaigned, the Congress has never won. But remember that Rahul Gandhi is all set to visit Karnataka on 5th of next month, where he will be starting his campaign at Kolar, where he will kickstart the Siddaramaiah Jaishankar, where the controversy of Modi's has erupted, and he will be doing a campaign there. And from there, he will be kickstarting his campaign in the state of Karnataka. And now, Karnataka Chief Minister Bommai has welcomed this particular decision. Also took a dig at him, stating that it is good for BJP if he comes, because Congress will never win wherever he has campaigned for the party.
Okay, Sagai, thank you so much for joining us with all of those details. So things over there heating up in Karnataka. Now, Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai there taking a pot shot, a jibe at Rahul Gandhi, and the Congress party is saying, unfortunately for the Congress, it has never won when Rahul Gandhi has campaigned. This after the Congress announced that Rahul Gandhi will be hitting the electoral battlefield of Karnataka, starting with Kolar. Let's have a look at what is happening in the state of war, Karnataka. Now, Karnataka Congress is to hold a screening committee meeting to finalize the remaining candidate lists of 100 seats today. Earlier, the first list of 124 candidates who will be contesting Karnataka Assembly elections were announced. Ahead of Karnataka Post, Rahul Gandhi is going to address an election rally in Kolar on April 5th after his disqualification as a Member of Parliament. His remarks at a speech in Kolar in 2019 got him convicted in a criminal defamation case, and his disqualification was the result of it. Former Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah attacked the BJP questioning Prime Minister Modi's Mysuru visit on March 9. The opposition leader said that the BJP cannot attend the government programs as the Code of Conduct for elections is already enforced. Congress leader Sachin Pilot has said that his party is ready to win the battle in Karnataka, referring to the upcoming Karnataka Assembly elections, which is going to be held on May 10, and the results are to be declared on May 13. News coming in right now. HD Kumaraswamy opens up on Siddaramaiah's allegations, says that the Congress is trying to mislead the people. HDK has said that the Congress is unable to find any issues against the JDS. Siddaramaiah had alleged that HD Kumaraswamy met BJP netas in Hyderabad. So that's the latest. HD Kumaraswamy has hit out at Siddaramaiah for the allegation that he, in fact, HD Kumaraswamy had met BJP netas in Hyderabad. HD Kumaraswamy has now said that the Congress is unable to find any issues against the JDS. It is trying to mislead the people of Karnataka. Remember, in an exclusive conversation earlier, HD Kumaraswamy, JDS chief, had revealed that he had offers from both the Congress and the BJP. They had touched base with him for the possibility of a post-poll alliance. But that is where it stood at the moment. Now, both the BJP and the Congress alleging that the other is in touch with the JDS. So, will JDS be king or kingmaker post May 13? That remains to be seen. But of course, the politics there heating up in Karnataka between the BJP, the Congress and the JDS. HD Kumaraswamy now opening up on the allegations which were levelled against him by former Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, who alleged that HD Kumaraswamy met BJP netas in Hyderabad. Kumaraswamy says that the Congress seemingly has no other issue to, in fact, target the JDS with.
Our party, for the coming election, we are already, from last 3.5 months, we are striving to work for 18 hours per day.
We have already prepared. All the three and a half months back, we started our Pancharatna Rath Yatra. I have finished more than 70% of my election campaign itself. I have reached several villages, interior villages. Actually, for another 40 days, we will work very hard to get the people's blessing to form the government of our own.
If you notice that Karnataka Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai says that JDS has already struck a deal with Congress in Hyderabad. There was a meeting which was held between JDS and Congress, and you have already struck a deal with Congress to...
Congress legislature party leader, Siddaramaiah, he was charging me yesterday that we have alliance with BJP. This Chief Minister is telling we met some Congress leaders in Hyderabad airport. He had struck with the alliance with them. This is these two national parties' allegation about our party. Other than that, they have no issues at all to criticize JDS. These are all actually they wanted to mislead the people. That's why I am telling you, clearly I am telling you, the people of Karnataka, these two national parties unnecessarily misleading about JDS performance to demoralize JDS workers. We have working very hard, straightly, meeting our citizens. We wanted to get the blessing of entire Karnataka Kannadigas and bring our party with majority of our own helping of the workers.
If you notice, DK Shivakumar was seen throwing money in Mandya, sir. How do you see this kind of development? BJP claims that it is all corrupted money.
It's their culture.
We're slipping into a very short break. Stay tuned. News and updates will continue on the other side of this break.
How's the graph looking, especially with key stake sales that have been in the pipeline?
Well, absolutely. Run up to the next fiscal year, we are talking about the much-awaited disinvestment target. But now if you see it from a broader point of view, it actually is more of a situation that's well balanced when you talk about between dividends and divestment receipts. In fact, while the dividends have surpassed its revised target of 43,000 crore that government had estimated in budget, it's the divestment receipts which are still lying low at close to 34,000 crore versus 50,000 crore that government was confident of achieving. It's of course because of the downfall that it had to see because of the market sentiments with the LIC, with IDBI, and also what recently happened with Hindustan Zinc.
Right. Karishma, what's the update on IDBI Bank particularly? Give us a bit more detail. What's the centre's plan of action there?
Well, right, debunking all media reports, Deepam had in fact last week mentioned that the process is on track, and we have learned exclusively from our Ministry of Finance sources that financial bids for IDBI Bank could be called in by June. In fact, they're looking to announce it any time between May and June, from 2 to 3 months from now, and post that, of course, parallelly security clearances will be taken. Now, this is first of its kind transaction. Since it involves a bank, it will require a fit or proper criteria to be given by Reserve Bank of India before Deepam opens the data room for bidders to, of course, access all the information. The government and LIC both are looking to sell close to 60% stake together, 30 each, and they're pretty confident that in the coming fiscal they'll be able to execute this transaction.
Welcome back. The rumour mills are now abuzz over AAP MP Raghav Chadha and Bollywood actor Parineeti Chopra. Parineeti and Raghav sparked dating rumours ever since the two were spotted at a restaurant. Amid wedding rumours, actor Parineeti Chopra and Aam Aadmi Party leader Raghav Chadha were spotted together at the Delhi airport on Wednesday night. The actress's recent visit, in fact, to trousseau designer Manish Malhotra, in fact, also to an AAP MP, congratulating them over their quote-unquote union. Is that suggestive of a roka on cards for the new couple in town? Here's our report.
With two back-to-back sightings in Mumbai, Aam Aadmi Party MP Raghav Chadha and Bollywood actor Parineeti Chopra's sightings have set the gossip mills churning. While the AAP MP has been coy amid questions over his relationship status with the actress,
क्या इस पर आप हमें बताएंगे?
आप मुझसे राजनीति के सवाल करिए, परिनीति के सवाल ना करिए।
लेकिन जो परिणीति के सवाल कर रहे हैं उनको आप क्या जवाब देंगे?
आपको देंगे जवाब।
आपकी मुस्कुराहट से और कयास लगेंगे।
थैंक यू
सर।
Parineeti Chopra's latest visit to trousseau designer Manish Malhotra's residence has all but confirmed that wedding bells are ringing. Social media is abuzz with this new relationship, and it has even found a mention amid Rajya Sabha proceedings.
You already have you occupied enough space in social media. This may be a day of silence for you.
But it is this congratulatory tweet by another AAP MP that has cemented wedding rumours. Sanjeev Arora took to Twitter to congratulate Raghav and Parineeti for the union. Parineeti and Raghav have been friends for many years now. Their friendship dates back to their time at the London School of Economics, and they have a shared love for travelling along with a mutual friend circle. There is no doubt that the two make for a power couple, with one being the youngest member of parliament and another a Bollywood actress belonging to the Chopra clan. Entertainment Bureau, India Today.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
मेरे लिए मोटिवेशन थी कि मैं इस देश के लिए वर्ल्ड कप जीतना चाहता था.
Cricket heals India.
सबने यही कहा, just go out there and lift this cup.
Yeah, stars had aligned.
I really do feel this is like yesterday.
We have this confidence, that we can lift the cup. We always had that belief.
This was the moment when it came together. They were the children of destiny, the men of destiny.
Nothing could pin them down.
India Today Group wins the prestigious Ram Navami Excellence in Journalism Awards.
For the category of investigative reporting for 2019.
The winner in broadcast, Milan Sharma.
In the category of reporting on politics and government for 2019.
The winner in broadcast is Bipasha Mukherjee from India Today TV.
In the category of Hindi for 2019.
In broadcast, Ashutosh Mishra from Aaj Tak.
Shines bright with 5 awards. India Today Group, the gold standard in journalism.
मेरे लिए मोटिवेशन थी कि मैं इस देश के लिए वर्ल्ड कप जीतना चाहता था.
Cricket heals India.
सबने यही कहा, just go out there and lift this cup.
Yeah, stars had aligned.
I really do feel this is like yesterday.
We have this confidence, that we can lift the cup. We always had that belief.
This was the moment when it came together. They were the children of destiny, the men of destiny.
Nothing could pin them down.
How do you see the Fed moving right now? Because, they were on course keeping inflation as their central target.
Part of the reason banks are in trouble is because of inflation. I know people have said, well, banks are in trouble because the Fed has raised interest rates. The Fed did not raise interest rates. Inflation raised interest rates. The Fed chased interest rates up. If State Bank of India goes down, guess what? It's not just State Bank of India going down, it's going to bring down the banking system.
Good afternoon and welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Pooja Shali. Let's begin first with the headlines. After Germany says it has taken note of Rahul Gandhi's disqualification, Congress welcomes the foreign support, says democracy being compromised by persecuting Rahul. BJP hits back. Election dates announced and now poaching Nataka in Karnataka. Basavaraj Bommai accuses Congress of poaching MLAs. Congress says BJP is rigging elections. Meanwhile, Aam Aadmi Party has entered into the fray in the state of Karnataka. Poster war goes national as Aam Aadmi Party puts up anti-Modi posters across Delhi and Ahmedabad. Without naming him, asked should the PM not be educated. Where is Amritpal Singh? No trace of him amid the suspense. Video released by him. Security tightened across Amritsar with regard to some inputs coming in. Guns, swords and hockey sticks brandished in Ram Navami rally in Bengal a day after Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee warned over the armed processions that could lead to communal riots.
Hello and welcome. Joining me this morning is a special guest from Karnataka, the former Chief Minister and present opposition leader for the Congress here, Mr. Siddaramaiah. Sir, thank you for speaking to India Today this morning, sir.
Thank you to you also.
So the election dates have been announced. How is the Congress prepared? In the last 6 months, are you with the Are you happy with the preparation that you have done till now?
So I'm totally happy with the preparation made by the Congress party to face the coming assembly election. We have constituted 3 teams. One is headed by me, and the another is headed by Mr. D.K. Shivkumar, and in the coastal area and also hilly areas, Mallad areas. Hariprasad was there as the team leader. And in all the 3 teams, there were senior leaders in the team. And I have covered about 60 assembly segments. They also covered about more than 50 assembly segments. And also we have covered all the district headquarters.
Okay.
So we have taken the feedback of the workers also. And you already released 124 names in the assembly segments. And the second list also will be released soon. So Congress party is much ahead of the other political parties, so far as the preparation is concerned.
What changed this time? It seems like very different Congress in Karnataka compared to the other states. You have already announced the list. Since 6 months, you have been running campaigns, starting from Pay CM to Kivimele, who were recently in the budget. What has changed for this Congress here?
No, there is no much change in the Congress structure. See, we have announced the list. In fact, we thought of announcing the first list about 150 candidates 3 months earlier to the election. But it was not possible because of so many constraints in the political party. Now we have announced much earlier to the other political parties, 124 assembly segments you have announced. The other list, the second list will also be announced much before the filing of the nomination starts.
You spoke about the seats. Your name was announced in the first list from Varuna. Your name was announced from Varuna in the first list. You are going back to your Janmabhoomi, Varuna.
Yes. It is this Varuna constituency consisting of my native village also.
Correct.
That is why I shifted from Chamdesuri to Varuna in 2008. 2008, after the reorganization of delimitation of the constituencies. Now also, this most probably, in fact, it is going to be my last electoral battle.
So you are saying after this you will not contest electoral politics?
No, I will be retiring from electoral politics.
Okay.
From next election onwards, I will be retiring, but I will be in active politics. I will be in active politics. I am not retiring from politics. I will be retiring from electoral politics. So that is why, since it is my last election, and my native village is also coming there, and in the first election, my Hubli native village is there in the election, constituency. Therefore, I have decided to contest, since it is the last election, from my Varuna constituency.
But you had announced that you would contest from Kolar. What changed in this last 4 weeks?
No, the Kolar people is requesting me to contest from Kolar also.
Correct.
The Kolar people and the Chikballapura district people, and they are under the impression that if I contest from Kolar, it helps the other constituencies. So that is their thinking. Therefore, they are requesting me to contest from Kolar also.
You're still thinking about it?
I leave it to the High Command. The High Command says that I should contest from both the constituencies. I will contest.
A lot of BJP netas have already commented saying Siddaramaiah is scared. That's why he went back to Varuna. 2018, what happened? Now also it will repeat.
No, you see, more than 25 constituencies, the people from these constituencies are requesting me to contest. If I am losing, why they are requesting me to contest from more than 25 constituencies?
Correct.
It clearly shows that I have plenty of constituencies to contest in Karnataka. I am not afraid of contesting from any constituency. See, I have left Badami because it is a far-off place. If I contest from Badami, I will 100% I will win. And the people of, the voters of the Badami constituency, they are requesting me like anything.
Yeah, we saw protests and everything. They said they'll give you a helicopter.
Yes, there was a protest also from voters of the Badami constituency.
So we were speaking to HD Kumaraswamy recently. He said Congress and BJP both have already offered him saying, please come with us because they know the strength of Kumaraswamy.
As far as our party is concerned, we never
approached
support
okay.
JDS. And we never had any talk with JDS people. So this is the situation. I don't know why Kumaraswamy is telling like that.
Will there be hung assembly this time? Do you feel so? If the hung assembly happens, will you still offer Mr. Kumar?
According to me, the hung assembly will not arise. This time I am very confident that Congress party would come to power with comfortable majority.
How do you see your relation with DK Shivakumar? Is everything sorted? Because there's a lot of rumblings within the party that relationships are not okay within you and him. Are you all friends together, united front this time?
No, there is no united front. See, BJP say...
No, not between the parties. Sir. You and DK Shivakumar, are you fighting it unitedly this election or is there some...
No, see, Congress party is totally united.
Okay.
There is no difference between myself and Shivakumar. Shivakumar is also one of the aspirants.
Correct.
Nothing wrong in that.
You're okay with it?
It is nothing wrong in that. If anybody wants to become the chief minister, nothing wrong. Ultimately, the elected MLAs will have to decide the leader of the legislature party.
Correct.
And the High Command has to take a decision. That is the procedure.
But a lot of surveys shows, I'm also reading on research, was doing some research before this, a lot of surveys are saying and political analysts are saying if Congress announces Siddaramaiah name as CM candidate, there'll be a sweep for the Congress.
But that is not the procedure so far in Karnataka. See, before the election, Congress party never announced the name of the leader. But it is Congress party leave it to the decision of the elected MLAs and also the High Command ultimately.
You're also an aspirant, right?
Yes, 100% I'm an aspirant.
Okay.
100% I'm an aspirant.
How many aspirants are there? You, DK Shivakumar, is Parmeshwar also an aspirant, do you feel?
But as things stand, myself, DK Shivakumar, of course, Parmeshwar, I don't know whether Parmeshwar is an aspirant or not. In some occasions, he
has said it in the public.
Yes. He said that he is also one of the aspirants.
Correct.
And MP Patil is also an aspirant. Nothing wrong.
Correct.
If MP Patil is an aspirant, Parmeshwar is an aspirant, DK Shivakumar is an aspirant, nothing wrong in that.
So the Prime Minister is coming very often to Karnataka. How do you plan to tackle him? BJP is trying to make it Modi versus Siddaramaiah, Modi versus Congress. How do you tackle it?
No, Modi is coming to Karnataka only in order to win this election. He thinks that he is very popular and his popularity will work in this election. According to me, even Narendra Modi ji comes 100 times. It will not help the BJP because there is a strong anti-incumbency against BJP government. Corruption is rampant. Never in the history of Karnataka so much of corruption was there in previously. So this government is a most corrupt government.
If you come back to power, all these corruption cases will be opened against...
I don't say that all corruption will go. But we are, honestly, we will try to change the system.
So, no, I'm asking if you come back to power, will you file open cases on all the BJP netas with the corruption charges on the officials?
Definitely. Definitely we are going to do it.
Okay.
See, wherever there are evidences, wherever there are corruption charges against the ministers, you will constitute a commission to look into all the allegations against these corrupt BJP government.
Prime Minister, when he came to Davangere, he spoke about you. Most of the times when he comes here, he speaks about you, saying you slapped a Karyakarta, Siddaramaiah slapping a Karyakarta. How will you take care of the people of Karnataka? Prime Minister said this on the stage.
I didn't expect such a statement from the Prime Minister of the country. He didn't know the truth. One of our party workers from Haryana constituency, he was demanding a seat to Ramappa, a sitting MA. I pushed him with love and affection.
But Prime Minister speaking...
Prime Minister, I don't know what made him Prime Minister to make such a statement, unwarranted statement.
And Mr. Kharge is the AICC president from Karnataka. Has it helped? Has it mobilized the whole Dalit community?
Definitely. Kharge is from our state and he is the AICC president. Definitely, it helps in the coming election.
What is your take on reservations? Muslims 4% has been removed, 2% given to Wakaligas, 2% given to Lingayats. How do you see this? Will you revoke it if you come back to power?
We are not opposing 2% given to Lingayats, 2% given to Wakaligas. We are not opposing enhancing their quota. But the way they have announced the quotas, totally abolishing 4% quota to Muslims and dividing these 4% into 2% to Lingayats is not correct. See, reservation is already there 56%. 10% EWS reservation.
66 total.
66% is
Correct.
there. They should have enhanced this, relaxed this ceiling. They should have given to Lingayats and Wakaligas. There was no problem at all.
Will you revoke it and come back when you come back to power and redo it?
You will have a relook into the entire reservation policy. Because backward class people are also demanding more percentage of reservation to them. BC category 1, category 2, these people are also demanding.
BJP feels this is the trump card. Reservation will bring them back to the government.
See, every day you are seeing it became backfire.
He blames you. He blames the Congress, saying Congress is the one who's provoking.
Congress is not for rescheduling of the categories. See, we never said that why you have increased the quota of Wakaligas, quota of Lingayats. We never said that. Only thing is, they abolished the reservation to minorities is bad.
So you spoke about the minorities. Before we wrap this up, how do you see in the last 1 year, a lot of communal tension had happened in Karnataka? Hijab, love jihad, halal meat ban. How do you see all of this in Karnataka?
They are all non-issues. They are all non-issues. See, there are so many issues concerning the people. Price rise is there, farmers' issue is there, women's issue is there, unemployment issue is there, labor's issue is there. They are not raising any of these issues.
They are doing wantedly, you feel? The BJP is behind this, is what you are feeling? They are wantedly trying to provoke communal tension?
Yes. See, they are wantonly and with evil design, they are raising all these issues.
So you have promised 200 electricity units, 2,000 rupees, 10 kg Anna Bhagya. Now for the unemployed youth, 3,000 and 1,500. Where is the money coming from, sir? How will you give so many freebies? You have been a finance minister yourself. Where is the money in the exchequer?
We have calculated the economy of the Karnataka state. See, the budget size of Karnataka is more than 3 lakh crores. We are repaying principal and interest 56,000 crores for the 2023 and 24. How we are managing? 50.
Yeah.
So to give to these people, vulnerable sections of the society, and there is no problem, I think you will manage.
But Prime Minister is against this. He's saying freebie culture should be stopped completely. People are being lazy. Congress is trying to push people to economically backward section. They should empower people rather than give free money.
No, you will also generate works, because money should be given to the hands of the people, those who spend. Purchasing power is to be increased. Employment generation is to be paid. And you must control the price rise. Then only GDP will grow. Otherwise, GDP will not grow.
Correct.
We are aware of all these things.
Remember, that was one of the most crucial interviews that you've heard that Nagarjun Dwarkanath brought to us. Siddaramaiah has been former Chief Minister, could again become Chief Minister if at all the Congress manages to get back into the government. Nagarjun Dwarkanath will be joining us live soon for the latest on that. He was the one to get us HD Kumaraswamy's interview. Also, all newsmakers first on India Today from the southern state of Karnataka. Remember, there have been controversies as well about earlier when Siddaramaiah was in this issue of having slapped one of the supporters, and he's now taken all the issues reacting on all that has happened. We'll try and get more details on that. But he's made it clear amid the infighting with DK Shivakumar that I want to be Chief Minister. He's at least keeping out his options open. And about the BJP, he's ensured that all of these hijab, whether it was hijab or other issues that took place in Karnataka, were all non-issues. People know the real issues, which is about employment and what concerns them typically. And this is not going to be what BJP wants to raise as issues that will matter really in the long run. But remember, it is about the non-stop infighting, at least a cold war between DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah that had been long spoken about. But for now, he says, if given a chance, I will want to be the Chief Minister of Karnataka. You can catch this whole interview on indiatoday.in. But the Grand Old Party in Karnataka, which is a strong unit for the southern state, will hope to return to the government. Remember, he said that it's not just about Basavaraj Bommai, but also the party is going to record a big victory this time. And he said that the BJP will lose big time and will not be able to return. He's basically quoting anti-incumbency against Basavaraj Bommai government, the claim of corruption and also has ensured to target Basavaraj Bommai as the Chief Minister constantly. We'll play some of the excerpts of that interview yet again, but for now. But now remember, there are two different issues that have cropped up. One, whether Congress party is trying to poach the BJP MLAs, while the Congress party says the BJP is already trying to rig elections. Getting us that interview was India Today's Nagarjun Dwarkanath. He joins me now for the latest on all that was said. Very interesting, after HD Kumaraswamy's interview, who says that I'm going to be the kingmaker, Nagarjun, Siddaramaiah expressing his own ideas, wants to be the Chief Minister. You're getting us all the big headlines from these interviews. Give us 3 highlights or takeaways from Siddaramaiah's interview that we just listened to.
That's the beauty of Karnataka politics, right? Every leader says they want to come back to power with higher majority, greater majority. It's very unpredictable here. But however, what Siddaramaiah said, the takeaway points from this interview is, he said he's a CM contender, which has come out to the public and on record said it now, and said DK Shivakumar and Parmeshwar also CM contenders, and there's nothing wrong in both the leaders being fighting for the CM chair. At the end of the day, the MLAs elected and the High Command together will decide is what Siddaramaiah says. So clearly, for the first time, he's spoken that he wants to be the Chief Minister of Karnataka next in the coming polls. And that's one takeaway point. And also the big headline is that he said when they come back to power, and if they come back to power, they will open up all the bribery charges against the BJP government and set up an inquiry commission so that they can go back and relook at all the allegations from the contractors, from the officials, whoever has filed complaints in Lokayukta, to the government, to the chief secretary, and people have written to the prime minister. All these issues will be opened up once again, is what former chief minister Mr. Siddaramaiah said, that if we come back to power, we will make sure an inquiry is set up, a commission is set up to look at all the bribe allegations of BJP netas. This is the first time that this would happen. BJP, Congress have been fighting it hard this time, but Congress now says we'll look at all the corruption angles. And the third would be that they have no talks with JDS. Mr. Kumaraswamy had said that he already has received offer from AICC, but Siddaramaiah is saying that I don't know why Kumaraswamy is making such statements. Neither me, neither the party, neither the AICC have ever spoken to him about being in coalition with him, about having an understanding, about having an alliance. So these are the big three takeaways from the Siddaramaiah interview to India Today.
And amid all of this, if the Congress party wins, I want to be the chief minister again. I'm not closing that door till now. Very interestingly, when you asked him about whether it was the hijab issues or other communal issues that had been rigged up in Karnataka, he said all of these are non-issues. Which issues are important to then Siddaramaiah? As he mentioned, one of them, of course, the bribe allegations against Basavaraj Bommai government. But how is the Congress party ensuring which issues, as per this interview, Naga, that he's going to go after the BJP?
Well, Congress is very clear that they want to keep it as local as possible. The moment they make it Modi versus Congress, Modi versus Siddaramaiah, they know it would be a difficult task ahead, and hence they want to keep it as local as possible. The issue that they're taking is the bribery allegations. Corruption is what mainstream agenda is, what Congress says. We have brought corruption back to the mainstream, all from all the communal agenda that the others were peddling. We have brought it back as corruption. Second issue is the development, the amount of freebies that they have promised. I also asked about how do you get the money? Where is the money in the exchequer to pay so much of freebies, subsidies? 2,000 rupee per women, 200 units, free electricity, 10 kilo of free rice, 3,000 rupees.
Keep getting those issues. So clearly what Nagarjun Dwarkanath has done, and well done there, getting us another newsmaker first on India Today. Remember, this is about the Congress party full guns blazing against Basavaraj Bommai government and want to return to power, this time quoting anti-incumbency. So just when the dates have been announced by the Election Commission, Congress and the BJP are charging at each other. Congress Neta Siddaramaiah, remember, who is also a senior leader but also has been a former chief minister, spoke to India Today to Nagarjun Dwarkanath and said the party very clearly is forming the government in the state of Karnataka. He's repeated, however, his ambition of becoming the chief minister, also saying there's nothing wrong with having that ambition. Of course, the party will decide on that, he said. But meanwhile, BJP's B.S. Yediyurappa has also spoken to India Today and said that the BJP is going to record a big victory this time, slamming the Congress party, saying this grand old party is just dreaming big, they will not be able to win at all. He's also called the Congress party as most corrupt in Karnataka. Amid all of this, Basavaraj Bommai speaking has said that Rahul Gandhi, and specifically when commenting on Rahul Gandhi of the Congress party, said over the Bharat Jodo Yatra and then Satyagraha Yatra that's also being planned in Karnataka is only going to harm his party. I'm heading into a very short break with that, but lots more on the other side as well. Stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching.
जब हम टाइमिंग की बात करते हैं तो बहुत सारे लोग टाइमिंग, किसी भी एक्शन को टाइमिंग से जोड़ते हैं कि ये फेयर था या नहीं फेयर था। जैसे मान लीजिए बीबीसी ने सरकार के खिलाफ कोई डॉक्यूमेंट्री दिखा दी तो कुछ हफ्तों के बाद उनके ऊपर आईटी की कार्रवाई हो गई।
नहीं, मैं तो डॉक्यूमेंट्री के टाइमिंग पर सवाल उठाता हूँ। ये पूरी घटना 2002 की है, चुनाव है 2024 में, आप 2023 में देखा, तो आप इसके टाइमिंग की क्यों बात नहीं कर रहे हो भाई? और जहां तक ये इनकम टैक्स के टाइमिंग की बात है, मैंने भी पूछा किसी को, ये 3 साल से इनके साथ कॉरेस्पॉन्डेंस हो रहा है। अब कोई अपने आप को कानून से ऊपर मानेगा तो कोई नहीं है कानून के ऊपर, सबने कानून के हिसाब से चलना पड़ेगा और आगे बढ़ना पड़ेगा।
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
मेरे लिए मोटिवेशन थी कि मैं इस देश के लिए वर्ल्ड कप जीतना चाहता था.
Cricket heals India.
सबने यही कहा, just go out there and lift this cup.
Yeah, stars had aligned.
I really do feel this is like yesterday.
We had this confidence, that we can lift the cup. We always had that belief.
This was the moment when it came together. They were the children of destiny, the men of destiny.
Nothing could pin them down.
The makers have released the poster of The Hunger Games, the ballet of songbirds and snakes. The prequel will explain the dystopian world of districts during the 10th Hunger Games, in which the 18-year-old Coriolanus Snow is the last hope for his falling lineage, as the once proud Snow family has fallen from grace in a post-war capital. The prequel will feature Tom Blythe, Rachel Zegler, Peter Dinklage, and Viola Davis, among others. The first look of The Hunger Games, the ballet of songbirds and snakes, was released in 2022. The picture featured Tom Blythe and Rachel Zegler. They play Coriolanus Snow and Lucy Gray Baird in the Hunger Games prequel. In the picture, Tom and Rachel could be seen lying on the ground and looking at the sky. Directed by Francis Lawrence, who helmed 3 The Hunger Games films, the prequel is scheduled to release on 17th November 2023.
Who are you? I'm the man who can give you the one thing you want. What's that? Time.
Marvel star Jonathan Majors has been arrested in New York on the charges of strangulation, assault, and harassment. According to reports, a woman has alleged that she was assaulted by the star. The actor starred in Creed 3 alongside Michael B. Jordan.
You think you mad? Try spending half your life in a cell. Watching somebody else live your life. I'm coming for everything. You threatening me?
The Harder They Fall,
This is gonna be Buck's last day amongst the living.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and the critically acclaimed 2019 independent film The Last Black Man in San Francisco.
Secretary is perched. She pretty? Yeah, I say she is.
The arrest of Jonathan Majors has halted the Army's newly launched campaign that was aimed at reviving the service's struggling recruiting numbers. Jonathan Majors was raised in California and was educated in part at Yale, and was also a presenter for this year's Academy Awards ceremony in Los Angeles.
You said
that at one of our conclaves and it stuck with me. Kuch banne ka nahi, kuch karne ka socho. Since you're a great believer of technology, Prime Minister, I thought you would enjoy meeting our newest anchor, Sana. She is our first AI anchor and I'd very much like you to meet her. Sana, come say hello.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, हम आभारी हैं कि आप हमारे बीच आए। मेरी ऑन द जॉब लर्निंग अब शुरू हो गई है और 2024 तक मैं देश की सबसे अच्छी जर्नलिस्ट होने की कोशिश करूंगी। उम्मीद करती हूं कि तब आपसे एक एक्सक्लूसिव इंटरव्यू करने का मौका मिलेगा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Sana. I'm sorry, Prime Minister, she's very ambitious. I'm sure, PM, you already have a few AI spokespersons in the making, ready for me. And I will be welcoming them in the Aaj Tak AI newsroom.
Jaya Bharata Jananiya Tanujate, Jaya He Karnataka Mate. A short phrase coined by renowned poet Kuppalli Venkatappa Puttappa. This literally translates to victory to you, Mother Karnataka, the daughter of Mother India. In this very poem, Kuvempu, as he's very fondly called, uses these words to describe the soul of Karnataka, to describe the essence of Karnataka. Okay, hold on, let's get real. That was the Karnataka of the yesteryears, where we talk about unity, we talk about the beauty of Karnataka. Today, what's it about? There's just one word to describe it, and that's polarization. And no guesses as to why. It's because it's election year. And we're setting the stage now for 2023's biggest poll battle, all set to play out in the state of Karnataka. The ruling BJP is looking to come back to power, and that too by bucking a rather peculiar trend in the state. Wait. Let's not talk about the BJP alone. They're not the only ones with a chance in this fight. The Congress is going all out in this election too. Come on, you first figure out all your internal politics, the fight for power, etc., and then talk about fighting us. I agree that there are some small differences over leadership in the party over the CM face, but that doesn't matter. The Congress is focused on ensuring there's a clear mandate that goes for the grand old party this time in Karnataka. I don't understand. You both are talking constantly about who's going to be winning. But let's be very, very clear. There's no winner without the JDS, is there? We are, after all, the kingmaker. We'll see about that. But in the meanwhile, welcome to State of War, Karnataka. So much going on, so much that's happened in Karnataka. Where do we begin? Well, let's start with the BJP. Let's talk about the Bharatiya Janata Party and their achievements. No, hold up. Let's focus on the numbers first, because that's what an election is all about, right? Let's start with that. Yeah, and not just numbers. It's also got a lot of history behind it if you look at what's happened in Karnataka politically. And that sets up the significance of this election. Okay, let's start with the numbers then. There are 224 seats up for grabs in the state of Karnataka. And breaking it down, how does it stand currently? Well, it's the BJP that's in power with the maximum number of seats. The BJP has 104 seats. What about the Congress? The Congress is second with 78 seats. And then you have the JDS with 37 seats. We know all of that. We know how you got back to power. But let's leave that aside for a moment. Let's talk about the results before that. In 2013, when the Congress had the very clear mandate, the Congress, with a sweeping majority, won 122 seats. And before that, before 2013, I'm talking about the election in 2008, then it was the BJP that had in fact won the people's mandate with 110 seats. And I'm sure everyone's wondering why I made that comment earlier about the JDS being kingmaker. Look at what happened in 2004. But like so often we've seen in Indian politics, unholy alliances often tend to break apart, and it's happened repeatedly with the JDS. And that brings us to the rather surprising trend in Karnataka politics. No government has ever managed to repeat itself. I'm talking about this trend being the case since the Indira Congress times in Karnataka.
One of the challenges Karnataka has faced that in 40 years, in only 10 years have you had 2 chief ministers who completed their full 5-year term. So I think that's one of the internal dynamics of political parties and has worked to their disadvantage. And this time also, if you see, no political party, by no I mean at least the Congress and the BJP, have not declared their chief ministerial candidate. And which is a reflection of the fact that you are going into an election as a party and not as a leader.
And that's why the BJP has its task cut out right now. They have to ensure that they buck that trend, that they can actually come back to power in Karnataka. Since we're talking about history, it's important to also know about how Karnataka has been playing such an important and a vital role in shaping national politics as well. Jayaprakash Narayan's massive JP movement was a landmark one against Indira Gandhi's Congress. And Karnataka actually led the way for that with the Janata Party's win in 1985. And let's talk about that, because one of the biggest stalwarts, you're talking about Karnataka politics, you can't not talk about the political legends. And one of the biggest stalwarts is H.D. Devegowda, who led the Janata Dal to a massive election victory in 1994 and thereby turned over Karnataka politics on its head.
And how many of these MLAs, I'm not asking you the number, but how many of these MLAs have suggested to you that one of the solutions to the problem is change of leadership?
I know you are very clever.
I'm asking a straight question, sir.
Remember that Devegowda also became the Prime Minister in 1996. But, I want to rewind a little more on that. Let's talk about what happened in Karnataka since the country's independence. Back then, in the 1950s, the 1960s, Karnataka was referred to as the Mysore state. And at that time, it was a bastion of the Indian National Congress. So the Congress, the Grand Old Party, never really had to work hard earlier to ensure that they'd regain power in Karnataka. It was this stronghold. Since the state's reorganization in 1956, the Congress was largely in power for a major chunk of the time. Okay, let me take it forward from here. You may have had Mysore state officially becoming Karnataka in 1972, but that didn't really change politics in any way in the state. The Indian National Congress continued to enjoy power, continued to enjoy being in the throne in Karnataka. Devaraj Arasa and Gundu Rao had their terms until the juggernaut was halted by the JP movement. Let me step in there. The Congress muscled their way back in the state, but perhaps the turning point in Karnataka came in the year 1994. Why do I say that? Well, the Janata Dal, inspired by H.D. Devegowda, came to power, stormed into power rather, in Karnataka. There were 2 key takeaways from that election. One, the Congress, which was the might force, was reduced to just 34 seats. And the bigger impact was that the Lotus, the BJP, had finally bloomed in Karnataka, with B.S. Yediyurappa spearheading the BJP to become the second largest party. So the Congress from number 1 came to number 3.
Because, people are fed up with this Congress, because that Sonia Gandhi cheated that voters. That's why people are ready to support Bharatiya Janata Party candidate.
Just like that, Karnataka had an alternative. It became a 3-way battle since then.
A man not known for his oratory skills, Devegowda is lovingly called Manni Ne Magai, meaning the son of the earth in his native Karnataka. But even though the entry into politics was smooth, the ride ahead was an uphill task.
In 2004 was the next landmark election as far as Karnataka is concerned. Why? Because every political pundit had some gyan or the other to give and predicted one factor about the state. It did come true though. What happens if all three parties perform equally well? That kind of a scenario played out in Karnataka. In the 2004 assembly elections, BJP emerged the single largest party. The Congress was second best at 65. And the JDS, back then led by Siddaramaiah, don't get confused, managed to get 58 seats. So with a hung assembly, all eyes were on JDS to see which way they'd go. And this is why I say JDS has a history of being the kingmaker.
Please come. Dharm Singh. All these things have been discussed in detail. Now we have agreed upon to form the government, a coalition government in Karnataka.
So JDS chose Congress. The Janata Dal joined hands with the Congress with Ram Singh taking charge as the chief minister. And what happened next in Karnataka? It's a word that we derive from the state itself. Endless Nataka. Siddaramaiah had a fallout with H.D. Devagowda, and then, twist of twists, in 2005, Siddaramaiah is expelled from the JDS.
Why do you want to move Mr. Siddaramaiah from the leadership of the JDLP to the party world?
Which reason we are going to take that decision? Kumaraswamy will going to address the press.
I say I was the hindrance, stumbling block for his plan. That's why he removed me first.
Now you're still hindrance. You still are hindrance.
Does it end there? No, in Karnataka, that's just the beginning.
What more you want, Mr.
A year later, Siddaramaiah joined hands with who were once his arch rivals with the Congress in the presence of Sonia Gandhi in this massive welcome campaign that the Congress led. A move that forced the JDS to break allies with the Congress and maybe call for fresh elections.
So now suppose BJP says that they accept all your maybe your manifesto. So will you join hands with them and form government?
No, hold on. They had better plans also. In politics, we've seen it so many times. There are no real friends or enemies for that matter. It's all about who will sit on the seat of power. JDS thereby walked up to the BJP and formed the government. And H.D. Kumaraswamy is made the chief minister. So there you have it. All drama taken care of.
H.D. Kumaraswamy avarunnu Karnatakada Manya Mukhyamantригалagi.
Not at all. It was the beginning of another fresh cycle of drama. Because JDS, H.D. Kumaraswamy and B.S. Yediyurappa now got into a fight over any guesses, power, and over the CM throne, who will be the chief minister. Now, JDS decided to take the extreme step of pulling the plug on the alliance. This was, by the way, in 2007.
So do you think that this will be a stable government and it will go on, it will complete all the 18 months?
I don't want to reply for all these questions because whatever reply we will going to give, people will take it in bad way. How our friendly partners will going to behave in future days. On their behaviors only we can predict it will complete full term or it will not complete.
And now you know why we keep saying Nataka in Karnataka, drama written all over the state. Agreed. There's endless Nataka in Karnataka and all, but I think we've conveniently forgotten what happened in the last election as well.
Are you confident of becoming the next chief minister of Karnataka or not?
Same thing will repeat in Karnataka.
No hung assembly.
No hung assembly at all.
That brings us to the current scenario. Here's what happened a few years ago in 2018.
All India Congress Party has taken a decision to support JDS.
You had the JDS and Congress turning allies with just one mission in hand, to ensure that the BJP cannot come to power in Karnataka despite being the single largest party as per the people's mandate. Once again, you had H.D. Kumaraswamy at the throne. He took oath as the chief minister of Karnataka. And that moment led to this massive photo op, a show of strength by the opposition like nothing we've ever seen or perhaps have seen after that. But if you thought again, end of drama, think again. Because Kumaraswamy pulled off what he did in the 2000s, this time with the Congress. The BJP-JDS alliance may have been referred to as unholy, but so was the JDS-Congress alliance as well.
Do you hate Mr. Siddaramaiah?
What is the necessary for me to hate?
Siddaramaiah is not running any campaign against me.
His party is Congress, my party is JDS. I have to criticize him.
You have no problem with Siddaramaiah?
No, I have no problem at all.
The power-sharing formula, after a lot of ripples, a lot of tremors, a lot of differences, broke up. It lasted for just about 14 months. What led to the downfall? I'm going to bring in Nagarjun from Bengaluru for more on that.
It was in July 2019 that 17 MLAs from the coalition government resigned and flew to a resort in Mumbai city.
ये तो उनका तरीका है, पैसा है, पावर है, तो उसका वो प्रयोग करते हैं.
The then Chief Minister was in USA for an official trip, had to rush back to Bengaluru.
Sir, the BJP is saying that you have been reduced to minority.
Why I have to resign? What is the necessary for me to resign now? The central government and BJP's attitude, how they wanted to demolish the democracy system in this country.
While these rebel MLAs were in touch with BJP's top brass and Yediyurappa.
Even today, they want Congress, they let them go and approach the Supreme Court. They have written a letter to the governor. What is all things going on in the assembly?
That is why we are moving vote of confidence.
You're confident of getting the numbers, sir?
No, all our people will come back here. They don't want to lose their membership. That all the MLAs who had will change their mind. They'll be with us. We have a confidence. We will try to accommodate them.
The Speaker, however, suspended these rebel MLAs, and the MLAs then moved the Supreme Court and contested the by-elections, of which 15 of them won the by-elections and joined the BJP, and today are incumbent sitting ministers.
Spirit of my becoming the Chief Minister today goes to the people of the state who solidly stood behind me and my party. Mine is the development government, and development is only my goal.
So the saffron wave is back in Karnataka in the most dramatic way, as is expected from Karnataka politics. B.S. Yediyurappa, the BJP strongman, the BJP veteran, was back as the Chief Minister of the state. But surprise, surprise, in a matter of 2 years, on the BJP's second anniversary as the government in Karnataka, he stepped down. He resigned in a rather emotional moment in the Karnataka Assembly. And why? Because of the BJP's age barrier, the age cutoff that they have.
ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮುಂದುವರಿಕೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಂತಹ ಪ್ರಧಾನಿ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ, ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಅವರಿಗೆ, ನಡ್ಡಾ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಶಬ್ದಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸುತ್ತೇವೆ.
Now this is one of the most debated points, not just then, but even to date, about whether the BJP Karnataka was wrong in removing B.S. Yediyurappa. But hold on, if you thought he was completely snubbed, that wasn't the case. Yediyurappa was given the opportunity to choose who his successor would be.
We have unanimously elected Bommai as legislative party leader. We are all very happy.
And he handpicked Bommai to lead the BJP into this election, to lead the BJP into the 2023 election.
Probably they'll be looking into the legacy which my father has left. So based on that, they are putting a lot of faith in me, like my central leaders Narendra Modi ji and Yediyurappa ji. So I have to live to the expectation of everybody.
So I'm guessing you got the flow and all of what's happened in Karnataka politics so far. But there's one very interesting aspect that we haven't told you about Karnataka yet. What are you talking about? The people who were rightly upset about Yediyurappa quitting and influenced the decision on Bommai's promotion to the CM post. But what's there to talk about? I think we all know that it was quite simply the Modi-Shah combination taking the decision. Come on, we all know there's a larger picture to also look at. It's also about caste and community, the mix of how that kind of politics really influences parties' decisions in the state. And I'm talking particularly about two caste groups, the Lingayats and the Vokkaligas. So let's put this stat out. Out of the 23 chief ministers that Karnataka has seen so far, 10 have come from the Lingayat community. Who are they? Well, a group of seers of different mats who back politicians and are a guaranteed vote bank. They constitute 17% of the state's population, and believe it or not, they're the deciding factor in about 120 of 224 Karnataka Assembly constituencies. Just so you know, Lingayats used to support both the Congress and BJP candidates earlier, but they moved away from the Congress, away from the Grand Old Party in 1990. This was when Rajiv Gandhi removed Virendra Patil as the chief minister. And let's get you some stats here of the BJP and how much the Lingayats matter to them. Of the party's 105 legislators, 37 are Lingayat. That's roughly about 39% of its lawmakers. So that's why it didn't really come as a surprise that when B.S. Yediyurappa stepped down as the chief minister, he then handpicked Basavaraj Bommai, who's also from the Lingayat community, to ensure that the Lingayats are in miffed toward Yediyurappa being removed as the chief minister of Karnataka. And if anything, the BJP will essentially recall the 2013 assembly election results to ensure that they take lessons from the past as well. Because in 2013, when Yediyurappa, rather miffed with the BJP, ditched them and started his own party, most of the Lingayat vote, interestingly, didn't stay with the BJP. They left the BJP and went with Yediyurappa instead. And that seriously dented the BJP's chances in that election.
This time around, it will be interesting because while Yediyurappa continues to be a powerful face of the BJP, he is not a chief ministerial candidate. He is not even contesting the elections. So how impactful will his campaign be? On the other hand, while the Congress has been trying to build its base among the Lingayats, their challenge is they don't have a frontline leader in that community who they can project as a face of the party. So these are the challenges with regard to the Lingayat vote, and that's why there is so much of discussion.
You know, the Lingayats at one point did vote for the Congress in large numbers. And despite all of the shortcomings, the Congress is still trying very hard to woo them back. Rahul Gandhi, for example, when he embarked on the Bharat Jodo Yatra, he met the seer of the Chitradurga Math, a very influential Lingayat seer, and sought his blessings. But that photo op, while extremely crucial in the political battleground of Karnataka, will it actually pay any dividends for the Congress? We'll see very soon. So we've covered the Lingayats for you. Let's focus now on the Vokkaligas, the second dominant caste group in Karnataka. There are 59 assembly seats largely concentrated in the old Mysore region, an area where the Vokkaligas are dominant. For long, they've backed the Congress and JDS.
Now the BJP wants to alter this equation. And that's why the BJP is making a huge presence in the old Mysore region, which is actually the chink in their armor. They have not done well in the old Mysore region in the past, except in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. On the other hand, the fact that the KPCC president is from that community, and of course the JDS banks on that community, you still have this three-way competition, therefore, for the Vokkaliga vote.
National Congress president has become after S.L. Krishna, the same community as the become. That is what I just disclosed before the community. I want those entire community to stand behind me. I want the voters of all the community, they will definitely they will have an opportunity.
But, you know, I'd also like to highlight here that it isn't as if the BJP doesn't have leaders from the Vokkaliga community. I'll list a few. Former Deputy Chief Minister Ashwath Narayan, Minister R. Ashok, the Party General Secretary C.T. Ravi, who you see on the headlines very often, all of them are Vokkaligas. And in December 2022, Home Minister Amit Shah also made his speech asking the community to step forward, look beyond the Congress and choose the BJP this time.
क्रिमिनल का आश्रय दाता
And it's not just the BJP and the Congress. Let's not forget the JDS here. They also have a big say as far as the Vokaliga community is concerned, and they're doing everything they can to woo the community.
Age is just a number. This line fits perfectly for Dharam Chand from Haryana. He is 86 but is still running, jumping and winning medals. His secret?
मैं बच्चों को सबको यही प्रेरणा देता हूँ कि आप मेरी तरह ग्राउंड के साथ जुड़े और सब वैभव से मुक्त होकर आप अपनी सेहत को, अपने शरीर को ठीक रखें। सन 68 से लेकर आज तक मैं कंटिन्यूड रेगुलर पोजीशन लेता आ रहा हूँ।
The 4th National Masters Athletics Championship, which recently took place in Kurukshetra, saw more than 2,400 participants from 22 states. 72-year-old Mahavir Singh is one of them.
मैं यही संदेश देना चाहता हूँ, भाई नशे से दूर रहें और खेलों से जुड़ें। आप खेलना जरूरी है, कोई जरूरी नहीं कोई मेडल जीते। मेरे को 40 साल खेलते हुए हो गए हैं और 20 साल से मैं इसमें मास्टर एथलेटिक्स एसोसिएशन में खेलता हूँ।
Several women also participated in different events.
हमारे टाइम में लड़कियों को खेलने का मौका नहीं मिलता था, तो एक अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म मुझे लगता है कि ये हमें मिला है कि इस उम्र में आके भी हम मेहनत करके अपनी अचीवमेंट दे सकते हैं। और एक ये ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है कि इस पे अगर आप आएंगे तो शायद मुझे जो लगता है, अपने जीवन से जो लगता है कि हम किसी गलत ट्रैक पर नहीं जाएंगे।
The message these athletes are sending is, it is never too late to chase your passion. Bureau Report, India Today.
Good afternoon and welcome. You're watching The Lunch Break. I'm Pooja Shali. Let's begin first with the headlines. A mega India Today exclusive. BJP's #1 challenger Siddaramaiah reveals ambition, says he wants to become the chief ministerial face.
Myself, D.K. Shivakumar. Of course, Parameshwara, I don't know whether Parameshwara is an aspirant or not. He said that he is also one of the aspirants. Correct. And MP Patil is also an aspirant. Nothing wrong. Correct.
After Germany takes note of Rahul Gandhi's disqualification, they say Congress has welcomed the foreign support, says democracy being compromised in India by persecuting Rahul Gandhi. BJP quick to hit back. Poster war goes national as Aam Aadmi Party puts up anti-Modi posters in across Delhi and Ahmedabad. Days on, where is Amritpal Singh? Suspense building with regard to speculation rife about his surrender. A video released by him, security tightened across Amritsar as inputs coming in. Guns, swords, hockey sticks brandished in Ram Navami rally in Bengal a day after Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee warned that these armed processions will lead to communal riots. Disturbing incident has taken place in Indore on Ram Navami, a temple, a massive temple in fact, the Sri Mahadev Baleshwar temple in Indore. The roof of it has collapsed. Several devotees are feared trapped there. This is the big breaking news coming in right now. People are trying to bring out the devotees. Police has to take care, remember, of the family members of the devotees as well. The roof of the temple collapsed. there are devotees feared trapped, but this is more important, remember, because this is the Ram Navami festival. There are hundreds, if not thousands of devotees who attend and go to the temples to offer prayers. We're trying to ascertain more details about what is the status currently and how big was that area of the temple where the roof had collapsed. Because from where it looks like, it appears that there was a massive depth also. And with the roof, was there another floor also that has gone down? Police is on the site right now. But not only just about rescuing the devotees, it has to ensure family members in the crowd gathering also has to be kept at bay. Let's listen into reactions already coming in.
भगवान की कृपा से हम सब पूरी ताकत से रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन में जुटे हुए हैं। मैं लगातार संपर्क में हूं। अब तक 10 लोग सुरक्षित बाहर निकाले जा चुके हैं। 9 और सुरक्षित जीवित अभी अंदर हैं जो सुरक्षित हैं और बाकी के लिए प्रयास लगातार जारी है। मुझे लगता है कि प्रभु राम की कृपा से, भगवान की कृपा से हम लोग जो बेहतर से बेहतर हो सकता है, सारे संसाधन वहाँ जुटाए हुए हैं और काम में लगे हैं।
This is the Sri Mahadev Baleshwar temple, and from the visuals on your screen right now, it appears that it's not just the roof, that it could have also taken floors with it. We are trying to ascertain, was the foundation of the temple not strong enough? How old was this temple? Because from the looks of it, there are many people who have already gathered, clearly looking out for their family members. Hemendra Sharma joins me now from Madhya Pradesh. Hemendra, this looks absolutely horrific. What are you picking up on the details about the temple, and what is the present status with regard to rescue operation?
Well, rescue operations are still going on out at the spot. The Chief Minister has just confirmed that 10 people have already been rescued and 9 people are still feared trapped inside this step well that was closed for public around 10 years back. In fact, this step well is inside the temple premises. There was a roof that was constructed on top of this step well about 10 years back, and at that point in time it was stopped for public. And today, on the occasion of Ram Navami, there were several hundred people inside the temple premises, and close to 24 people were standing on this terrace that was constructed 10 years back when this roof collapsed, and close to 24 people fell inside this step well. Rescue operations are still going on. As the Chief Minister has confirmed, 10 people have already been rescued and 9 are still feared trapped inside. To service. 2 fire tenders have also been put into service on the spot, and all efforts are being made to pull out these people. The municipal authorities are also there on the spot. Police administration is also there, and district administration is also there on the spot.
Stay on with me, Hemendra, because let's take a look at one of the ground reports that have been sent in. This is a very ancient temple, and they're in Indore, and I'll try and get you more details about the temple. Let's take a look at the ground report.
और आप ये देख सकते हो, अभी एक जो दीवार जो बनी हुई थी कुएं बावड़ी के जो आगे जो दीवार बनी हुई थी उसको तोड़ेंगे। अब इसको तोड़ने का प्रयास करेंगे जिससे कि रेस्क्यू का रास्ता आसान हो जाए। ये दीवार को तोड़ी जाएगी क्योंकि जो बहुत जगह जो है ना वो बहुत छोटी है, वहाँ लोगों को निकलने में बड़ी दिक्कत हो रही है, इसलिए थोड़ी सी एक समस्या आ रही है। लेकिन ये जो है जगह बनाई जा रही है यहाँ से, और सब लोगों को पीछे हटाया जा रहा है इसको करने के लिए, क्योंकि ये जो मंदिर प्रांगण है वो बहुत छोटी जगह है और वहाँ जो है रेस्क्यू करने में बड़ी दिक्कत आ रही है प्रशासन को, और जो रेस्क्यू टीम के जो लोग हैं, नगर निगम की जो टीम है, उनको जो है बड़ी दिक्कत आ रही थी। आप देख सकते हैं मेरे सामने ये पूरा जो अमला लगा हुआ है, यहाँ पे 5 जेसीबी बुलाई गई है, 3 क्रेन यहाँ पे बुलाई गई है, और अब इसके बाद में जो है ये जो वहाँ रेस्क्यू में दिक्कत आ रही थी, ये आप मेरे सामने देख सकते हैं ये जो दीवार है अब इसको तोड़ा जाएगा, तो इसके तोड़ने के बाद में यहाँ एक स्पेस काफ़ी अच्छा मिल जाएगा जिससे कि रेस्क्यू करने में जो है परेशानी नहीं आएगी। और भी हम आपको आगे दिखाते हैं। देखिए इसको चारों तरफ से जो है, चारों तरफ से इस जगह को जो है प्रशासन ने पूरा उसको सील कर दिया है, लोगों को आने जाने नहीं दिया जा रहा है। और जो है अभी मैं आपको बताऊं, पुलिस अधिकारी हमारे साथ है रेस्क्यू टीम के। सर ये बताइए कितने लोग अभी अंदर हो रहे हैं और कितनों को निकाल लिया?
देखिए यहाँ पर एसडीआरएफ, नगर निगम, पुलिस तीनों मिलकर काम कर रहे हैं। काफ़ी लोगों को करीब 7 लोगों को बाहर निकाल लिया गया है और अभी भी पूरा रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन चल रहा है। अभी
कितने लोग अंदर सर और दबे हैं?
अभी ये संख्या बताना संभव नहीं है, पूरी कार्रवाई के बाद बता दिया।
किस तरह से निकाला जा रहा है लोगों को और अभी और क्या दिक्कतें आ रही है?
नहीं, भीड़ कंट्रोल करना है और अंदर पूरी व्यवस्था रही है, सब सकुशल निकाल रहे हैं उनको।
लोग और अंदर हो सकते हैं सर?
अभी इसके संभावना नहीं बताई जा सकती, पूरी संख्या नहीं बताई जा सकती।
जैसा कि आपने सुना कि जो यहाँ रेस्क्यू टीम के जो अधिकारी थे उन्होंने बताया कि अभी जो है 7 लोगों को जिंदा निकाल लिया गया है और बाकी लोगों को हम लोग निकाल रहे हैं और जो लोग जो है जनता जो है भीड़ काफियों की उसको हटा रहे हैं और बहुत जल्दी से जल्दी जो है सब लोगों को निकालने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं। धर्मेंद्र कुमार शर्मा, इंदौर।
संख्या के बारे में तो कहना मुश्किल है, लेकिन ये जरूर है कि 7 लोग निकाला चुका है। बाकी की व्यवस्था है, कुछ वहाँ के जो कुआं है उसकी जो चढ़ाव सीढ़ी है उस पर बैठे हुए हैं, इतना जानकारी में आया है। लेकिन अभी हमारी प्राथमिकता है जो अंदर है उनको तुरंत निकाला जाए और उनको रेस्क्यू करके हॉस्पिटल में उनको मेडिकल मदद दी जाए।
I want to bring in my colleague Heminder Sharma on that. These are horrific visuals. Heminder, if I'm correct, isn't it the same ancient temple in Indore, which is, of course, dedicated to Lord Shiva, but many believe that the 12 representations of Jyotirling can also be seen there. This is quite popular in that area, in Balagaon. Is it that same temple? What are you picking up? Because it's sad to see, of course, how family members are devastated and they want some information.
Yeah, this is the same temple that you are mentioning to. This is a very ancient temple of Lord Shiva over there, and every year on the occasion of Ram Navami, a huge crowd congregates at this place. This year also there was a large crowd, a large number of people had gathered over here, and as the celebrations were going on on the occasion of Ram Navami, there were certain people who climbed onto the terrace that was built on this step well about 10 years back. This stepwell was close to people around 10 years back, and today on the terrace or the roof of this stepwell around 24 people had climbed, and at that point in time the roof collapsed and these people fell inside the stepwell. The Chief Minister of the state has just issued a communication, and he has said that 10 people have already been rescued, 9 people are still trapped, and all efforts are being made to rescue these people who are still trapped inside. The Chief Minister of the state is in regular touch with the officials on the spot, district officials, district commissioner, district the top police officials of the district. They are already on the spot. Municipal officials are also there. Trains have also been pressed into service because of the constraint of space. People have the rescue operation team. They were finding it difficult to approach the site, so they are planning to demolish a wall, the approach wall towards the temple. So all-out efforts are still there on. But the good thing is that so far no casualty has been reported, and the people who are participating in this rescue operation, they are hopeful that there would be no casualty. And
has anyone been rescued alive yet, Heminder? Are you picking up on information? Because from the visual that I can see on a screen right now, it looks like the roof has caved in and taken in some floors also, that likely the foundation was not very strong, because it appears that it's gone down many feet.
Well, 10 people have been rescued from the spot. The Chief Minister has claimed this. In fact, he has said that all people who have been rescued, they are out of danger. First aid was administered to them on the spot, and thereafter they have been referred to the local hospital for further checkup. The good thing is that no one who has been rescued from the spot is in any form critically injured. All of them are out of danger, and also the authorities are claiming that they would be successful in rescuing all those who are trapped inside live. But that's the hope that they have expressed, and all-out efforts are still on to rescue these people. And as I said earlier, trains have also been pressed into service. There are ambulances on the spot. Fire tenders have also been pressed into service. Municipal authorities, police administration, and the district administration are there on the spot. And the area has been cordoned off. No devotees are there. They are not being allowed inside the temple premises. Already there is a lot of constraint of space inside the temple premises. So the police, for the moment, has succeeded in preventing any kind of stampede on the spot, because as this wall collapsed, a stampede-like situation, initial reports were that had occurred, but the police successfully managed to avert that situation, and now the situation there is under control. The only thing that remains to be done is that those people who are still trapped inside the stepwell, they need to be rescued.
Stay on with me, Heminder. This festival celebration has turned into a death net for many. I want the breaking news also now that's coming in. There's Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has given out a statement on the Indore incident where a temple roof has collapsed, trapping many devotees with it. 10 people have been rescued, thankfully, but at least 9 to 10 more, which is the same number of those rescued, are still trapped. We hope that they will be rescued very soon. According to the Chief Minister, they are safe. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has said no casualty as of now, and we are monitoring the situation. I want the viewer to look closely on the screen before we go across to what the Chief Minister also has said. Let's first listen in to the CM.
और भगवान की कृपा से हम सब पूरी ताकत से रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन में जुटे हुए हैं। मैं लगातार संपर्क में हूं। अब तक 10 लोग सुरक्षित बाहर निकाले जा चुके हैं। 9 और सुरक्षित जीवित अभी अंदर हैं जो सुरक्षित हैं, और बाकी के लिए प्रयास लगातार जारी है। मुझे लगता है कि प्रभु राम की कृपा से, भगवान की कृपा से हम लोग जो बेहतर से बेहतर हो सकता है, सारे संसाधन वहाँ जुटाए हुए हैं और काम में लगे हैं। भगवान
about an update about that's come from the temple premises, and we hope that people will be rescued very soon. Look closely on your screens. See this grey wall. It shows that people who got trapped or at least fell are standing right adjacent, finding support somehow by the wall till help can reach them. This is devastating, and we hope that all of them can be rescued. Meanwhile, family members at this very narrow entry of the temple premises have to be pushed out by the police. Volunteers, police personnel are on the job. Heminder Sharma is tracking all the latest update on that. I can only imagine right now, Heminder, that those trapped would be waiting for, and time is running out, would be waiting for any support that can come. Which groups, organizations have swung into action? There must be the local state disaster management authority, the police. Can you tell us more about it?
Well, the SDRF team, as you said, is also there on the spot. They are part of the rescue operation. The district administration is there. The municipal authorities are, the municipal corporation authorities are there. The police department officials are there. So there is a coordination happening at all levels. The municipal authorities, the district administration authorities, the police authorities, and the SDRF team. Rescue operations are going on. 10 people have been successfully rescued. Around 9 to 10 people are still feared trapped inside. This incident happened when the roof or the terrace of the step well that was constructed about 10 years back, that collapsed. And so authorities are quite optimistic that they would be able to rescue people successfully, the ones who are still trapped inside, because the debris that has fallen on them is not really very heavy. That's what the administrations are claiming over there, officials are claiming over there. They have pressed into service a couple of cranes so that they could break the wall, because there is some the space constraint that SDRF authorities are finding to get inside this step well. So that is being looked into. But overall, authorities are hopeful and optimistic that they would be able to rescue all those who are still trapped inside live. 10 people have already been rescued, and the ones who have been rescued, they have been administered first aid, and after first aid, they have been sent to local hospitals for further medical checkup. But the news coming out from hospitals and local authorities is that none of them is in any kind of critical situation. So all of those who have
Heminder, please keep tracking all the latest on that. We can see people standing on that steps to wait for some support coming their way. We'll continue to track the latest coming, and we hope everyone rescued. But another reminder here, should the maintenance and management of such temples, ancient ones, must also be guarded very well. The big political story this time comes from the Congress camp that has decided to welcome, appreciate foreign intervention if required in India's internal affairs. That statement came because Germany waded in and reacted to Rahul Gandhi's disqualification, an issue that absolutely does not concern Germany. But Germany's foreign ministry said it has taken note of the verdict of Rahul Gandhi's suspension from the parliament after his conviction over the defamation case. But not just that, Germany even has preached that they expect the standards of judicial independence and fundamental democratic principles to be applied in Rahul Gandhi's case. Congress leader Digvijay Singh decided to put out a statement thanking Germany for taking note of Rahul Gandhi's disqualification, adding that democracy of India is being compromised in the country through this persecution of Rahul Gandhi. This, remember, is followed after USA had also given out a statement that they are watching over and will be in touch with the government. The BJP has lashed out on the Congress once again about, as they say, this is seeking foreign intervention. They've called it a desperate attempt to garner foreign support, and that they've been sidelined by the Indian voters. Here's all that has happened specifically on social media.
Wir haben das erstinstanzliche Urteil gegen den indischen Oppositionspolitiker Rahul Gandhi zur Kenntnis genommen, ebenso wie die Suspendierung seines Parlamentsmandats. Nach unserer Kenntnis stehen Herrn Gandhi gegen das Urteil Rechtsmittel offen. Dann wird sich zeigen, ob dieses Urteil Bestand hat und ob die Voraussetzung für die Suspendierung des Mandats überhaupt gegeben ist. Wir erwarten, dass die Standards in Bezug auf die Unabhängigkeit der Justiz und demokratische Grundprinzipien auch für das Verfahren gegen Rahul Gandhi gelten.
Remember, Rahul Gandhi's disqualification was based on some of the allegedly defamatory statements that he had made, for which the court convicted him and he had to vacate the bungalow, all of that. But it all started primarily when he made the statement in the United Kingdom over democracy dying in India and, of course, targeting the Modi government at the centre, saying since the Prime Minister Narendra Modi has taken over and has returned, things have not been looking good in the country. And he reiterated these statements, not just with regard to what he had said earlier at Cambridge, but also then at the British Parliament, then again when he was speaking to the Journalist Association. This is reflective of how it has become a huge international issue, where Germany, out of all these Western nations, apart from USA, has now decided to step in and say that we are taking note of what's unfolding in India. And this very clearly with regard to Rahul Gandhi's disqualification. Remember, what was interesting was, unlike USA, where it was a question to which answer was given, this German official read out a statement, which meant they clearly had it written down to be spoken about. Here's what External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar said on Rahul Gandhi's plea for foreign intervention. Listen in.
Rahul Gandhi, speaking in West London, the United Kingdom, said that you're scared of China. That the foreign minister says China is much more powerful than us. How can I pick a fight with them? At the heart of his ideology is cowardice, and then he goes back to the times of the British to say that the RSS never fought, and this is really the mentality that's seeped down. How do you respond to Mr. Gandhi?
Okay. You know, I'm actually reminded, because first we are talking about Rahul Gandhi speaking about China abroad. I'm reminded of a very different experience I had in 2011. This was the first time I met Narendra Modi. He was then the opposition chief minister of Gujarat, very much under attack at that time. Political attack in India. He comes to China. I'm the ambassador. And he asked me for a briefing on our problems with China. And we're having a problem. You know, we had the staple visa issue, we had the Northern Command issue, there were a whole set of issues. So I told him that you're the first chief minister who's ever asked for a national security briefing. I'm curious to know why. To which he said, look, I'm an opposition chief minister. I have come to China. I do not want to say anything which is 1 millimeter other than my national position. And I have to be very careful. So I first need to fully understand from you. And two, at the meeting, if you see me deviating in any way, you know, signal me. I'm reminded of this because when I saw what happened in 2011 and I see what's happening today, I look at that contrast. Okay. Now your question. Look, I also, like many others, followed some of what Rahul Gandhi said when he was in UK. Obviously, look, a lot of it is politics. I'm putting that aside. Okay, there's a discount when it comes to politics. I am troubled as a citizen of India. I'm troubled as a citizen of India when I see somebody drooling over China and being dismissive about India. And I'll give you examples.
And Germany's statement will definitely become a huge political showdown as well, specifically as the Congress has welcomed it and the government at the centre already charging at the Congress party. I'm wrapping up this bulletin for now. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. Lots more on the other side. Take care.
राहुल गांधी कोई भी सिक्योरिटी के बगैर गए, उन्होंने खुद कहा है कि देखिए मैंने लाल चौक में झंडा फहरा दिया। उनको ये मालूम नहीं है आपके समय में नहीं फहरा सकते थे, आज फहरा सकते हो, ये मोदी जी के कारण हुआ है।